Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio
Where real music matters.
Absolute Radio
is
the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
There we go. It's Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, starting at 10. Eloise is in there putting on a cardigan. Oh, wait, can't hear you. I've got mic 2 up. Oh, Jesus! Ah! My ears! Why did you do that?
Sorry.
Hang on a second. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hey up, happy Easter!
Happy Easter, mate! Happy Easter!
I got an awesome Easter egg.
Oh, yeah, really?
It was on the X-Men DVD, Ian. It's a geeky joke.
Oh, you mean like the little bonus extra thing? You don't mean
You
a
can have
chocolate?
that one.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
Bye.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. A lot of fun tonight. Excitingly, I'm joined by mentalist, named magician, named comedian Chris Cox. Except I'm not.
Because he's almost got himself a parking ticket.
But maybe is he doing it now? Is this it? Is this a trick? Is he doing us? Basically, Chris has been sat with me for the last 25 minutes, and he's a very, very lovely chap, and he'll be doing stuff in a bit. And then Eloise buzzed down, and, well, tell us what you said, Eloise.
The security guard's just been in. He's parked in a residential parking
That's
spot.
Chris Cox, not the security guard.
And he needs to move it or else he's going to get a ticket.
So he's gone up to move his car, right? And you think it's just bank holiday parking, he wants single yellow line, anywhere you want, apart from residential. He's coming, Chris! Because maybe he's doing it now. I'm not convinced you're not doing it now, Chris. Are you doing it now?
I'm always doing it.
Is this it? Is this a trick?
That's it, right there.
Is the Ace of Hearts going to fly out of my bumhole? You can have those on if you want. You don't need...
I'll go with that.
You don't need... If we have some callers, you can put them on.
I'd love to hear them.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, definitely. Well, not you'll discover it later.
Have you moved your car to safety?
The car's moved to safety.
But so hang on. The traffic warden came into Absolute Towers.
Well, actually, our security guard ran out and said, no, don't give that person a
He's
ticket.
nice, that guy,
and then
I
he
like
gave
him.
him 5 minutes to move it.
You got 5 minutes grace from a traffic warden.
He was a nice fellow. Well, you say I have 5 minutes grace. He was on his mobile chatting to someone, so he wasn't doing any work.
I saw once, and this is my most amazing thing, and I wish I hadn't had a phone call in the middle of it asking if I was available to go on Daybreak the next morning.
Were you available?
I was available, and then I wasn't available because there was no money involved. But basically, I was coming through Soho Square about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, and I saw a traffic warden, I'm guessing from the accent of Nigerian descent, and he was on his mobile phone. It was about 10:30 at night, and he was performing an exorcism over the phone. It was the most amazing... I won't do the accent, but he was basically going, by the power of Jesus, spirits be gone! Shouting it down the phone, and I just stood there and was watching it and was going to talk to him, but then I got the phone call from Daybreak.
I like to think he wasn't on the phone to anyone and was just... his phone was playing up. I thought, well, got to be exercised. That's
His
it.
phone was possessed. Imagine that.
That'd be good.
That's an app you're waiting for.
Eloise, you've had a nice weekend. We'll discuss our weekends properly when Chris naffs off. You're not here all night, are you, Chris?
No.
Okay, good. I was just worried
Got
that
things to do.
maybe I'd have said, Chris, come in all night, let's hang out. And then that's all about 12:30, would have run out of conversation.
Before then.
Would have been very, very awkward. Chris Cox, tell us a little bit about yourself for those who don't know who you are.
Those will be the majority of people. I'm a mind reader who can't actually read minds.
Oh, hang on a minute.
So the same as every other mind reader, but I tell the truth a bit more.
We've made a terrible booking there. He's just going to sit here and say stuff then.
Yeah, basically regular bloke.
Can you... But so you're not one of those people that pretends to be a psychic?
No, I pretend... I kind of pretend to be... I pretend to be able to read minds. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm honest in the fact that I can't at any point read minds. So
Hang on.
I'll say that I use some magic and use some
Yes.
psychology and
Yes.
some body language and some influencing and devilish good looks and plenty of lying,
Yeah.
all to make you think that I know what you're thinking, but at no point do I ever really know what you're thinking.
I'm going to get the podcast and I'm going to play that slowly. What do you think about the people who kind of claim to be able to levitate and see God and things like that?
I think the people who claim to levitate can through use of wires or...
Okay, do you want to put your headphones on? Because we've got Rob from Ponders End. Good evening, Rob.
Hello.
Yeah, Rob, turn your radio off.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, hang on.
Yes.
I'll turn it down. Yeah, hello, mate.
Rob,
yeah,
I've got...
You're all right.
Yes, okay. Rob, you claim to have levitated in a police station, don't you?
Yeah.
By levitate, do you mean jump?
No, I mean actually levitated.
How far?
A good sort of 2 foot.
A good 2 foot.
It's a good height.
It's an excellent height. Now,
But for how long, I suppose, is the pertinent
there
question.
we go. Yes, if it's half a second, then... Robert?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello there, Rob.
Hello.
Yes.
Mate.
Yeah. How long did you levitate for, Rob?
Well, listen, it wasn't actual sort of like static levitation.
Here we go.
So it wasn't a levitation.
It's like the yogic flying. Have you seen the yogic flying?
No.
Oh, transcendental meditation, which I kind of do a bit and I quite like. But they, in the sort of late 80s, they made this claim that they could fly. Oh, you can fly.
Good
You
claim.
do fly because it makes you lighter. And then if you see a video of it, it's just lots of people with crossed legs. I'm
Shut
talking.
up.
No, it's my show, Rob. I'm
Shut
talking.
up.
You shut up.
Mate.
What,
Just shut up.
you shut up. I'm talking to my guest.
Oh, okay. Go on then.
And basically, you ruined it now, Rob. What do you want?
Yeah, basically, I was just wanting to talk to this geezer. I reckon he was.
Oh, I can't be bothered. So, Chris,
Yeah.
you are. Let's do the business first of all. I'm guessing you
All right.
have one of those websites that
Yeah.
everyone's so big about. Tell me, and I'll put it on
big for the
Facebook now.
internet.
Go on.
You can. You got to be careful with the spelling, but it's www.always the same.
How
that
many
bit.
W's are in
Just
there?
the 3.
Okay.
Then you've got the dot, the full stop, always. Never changes.
No.
And then magic,
Oh, hang on. Magic, yes.
and then Cox, C-O-X.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the important bit to get
Okay,
right.
Yeah.
.com.
MagicCox.com.
Yeah.
And if you go the other way, I'm
Very
guessing
different
it's
website.
Oh, wonderful website there. Okay, it's up there. And,
Also me, but different pictures.
and you're doing. You're doing shows.
Yeah, I do them.
I've been handed a. Look at this, Eloise. Is this you?
Yeah.
This is great research.
A pink post-it.
No, there's more. If
Oh.
he was to hold up the rest of it.
Yeah, I know, but this is just stuck on the top there.
Yeah, it's because they didn't send me any info on that.
Also at Edinfest.
Yeah,
So if you
true.
want to catch Chris, he's at the Edinfest. What else have we got here? You're at the Udderbelly in the South Bank Centre on the 12th of May at 9 p.m.
That's soon, yeah, that's happening.
That's a couple of weeks, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's 2 weeks Thursday.
Okay, that's yeah.
Good news is I spent the weekend remembering the words for that show, so...
Do you actually say words and stuff?
Yeah, I say things. There's an actual... People don't think it, but there's an actual script. No one ever thinks there's a
Surely you
script.
just go on and go... What I'd like to see is...
Yeah.
What do you bill yourself as? Mentalist, magician, comedian?
Mind reader who can't read minds.
Okay.
It doesn't scan very well, but
If
it
I
works.
go and see a mind reader who can't read minds, I'd like them to just go, OK, here is trick number 1. You're thinking of the number 7. Next is trick number 2. Why do you bother with, like, an interweaving story and things?
Less tricks needed then.
Yeah.
More chat, less tricks.
Yeah, more chat,
Handy.
less tricks.
Handy. I always think... I'd love to do that, just what are tricks, but
Yeah.
I think people want a bit more.
Do they?
Yeah, they
That's right,
require
well.
me to work
OK,
with
so we
it.
got that. Where else are you? You're the Comedy Crawl? What's
Yeah, doing
this?
the Comedy Crawl in
What's
Camden.
this?
That's next weekend.
OK, whereabouts are you on this?
I'm at Belushi's, which is... you know, exactly.
I've driven past Belushi. That's in Camden, obviously.
Camden,
it's a Camden
yeah.
Crawl, yes.
That's
that would
it.
be... Yes, I'm
I'm one of many hundreds of acts doing
Is it named
comedy.
after James?
I'm hoping him,
Yeah.
because otherwise...
From the movie Taking Care of Business, of course.
Yeah, otherwise the
AKA
whole
Filofax.
brand's gone wrong.
Do it. Can you do it
Can
now?
I? Yeah, I can
you do it now?
Yeah, I can do it now.
Okay.
All right.
I
Okay.
genuinely love... Eloise knows I love this. Do you want to do it
All
me or
I'll do it on
Eloise?
you. I'll start simple and then get better.
Hey, hang on a minute. Okay, do it.
In terms of trick and brain. So,
Look at my grin. I'm like
look
a
at it,
child.
it's
I love
amazing.
this stuff.
Right, so I've got a list. I asked you earlier on Twitter
Yes.
to give me a list of things that you like.
5 things that I like.
Yeah, and
yes.
I've got them all in an envelope here. And you'll see this, people at home won't, but you'll guess where my printer started to play up
Go on.
within this. Thing number 5 that you like is
Velvet the Cat.
Velvet the Cat. I've got.
What's that? That's like a rabbit.
It's a cat with bunny ears for an Easter theme.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thing number 4 that you like is video games, which is only half
Okay,
printed.
you've just drawn it on there.
Drawn
Well
the
done,
rest.
yes.
Thing number 3, printer will start working again.
Ukuleles, yes,
Very good.
you like.
Thing number 2 that you liked is
Cheddar!
and then the printer completely lost.
Oh, but that's a good picture.
And number 1's the monkeys.
The monkeys, look at that. That's in the pop group, not the animal. That's a great picture. Well done.
So those are 5 random things
Yes.
that you simply said that you like.
Yes.
Now you're going to pick one of those things that you like. Now,
Okay.
you're not going to try overthink this and pick something that you genuinely is your favourite of those things.
Okay.
But you're just going to go for whatever thing of those 5 objects that you like that you'd like to say that you like at this moment right now.
He's doing it now, isn't he, Eloise? He's
think
doing
he's
it.
doing
He's
it.
doing
It's
it.
being done.
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, allowed.
What?
I'm not that good.
Okay. Cheddar.
Cheddar cheese. Yeah?
Is there any other kind of cheddar? Gorge.
Gorge, yeah.
Gorge. Cheese, cheddar cheese.
And cave. I think there's a cave near the gorge.
That's Wookie Hole, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, the home of the witch. And the paper mill. There's a paper mill there.
Wow, see, look at this. This is what you. If it all goes wrong for you doing this nonsense, you can just be like a tour guide.
Good bit. Wookie Hole is where my home is. Now, you can change your mind at the final. This is your final chance. You can. You don't have to. But you can change it from cheddar. People might think, oh, I made you say cheddar.
Ukulele.
Sure.
Totally got him.
Yeah,
You
but
switched
he
it.
then might have thought that you might change it.
Ukulele.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Final?
Final.
Ukulele.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on. Do it.
Yeah? You want it to be done?
Yeah, do it. Do
Okay.
it.
In the envelope,
Oh, he's got an envelope.
with the pieces of paper, there's another
Let me
piece
see.
of
I'm going to stand
paper.
up and watch this. I want to make sure there's no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to read it from the top, I invented this afternoon, so read it from the top down. They're my instructions for how to do the trick.
Instructions. 1. Find out a list of things Ian likes. 2. Write that list down. 3. Give Ian a free choice. 4. Make sure Ian mentions that you're performing on the 12th of May in the Udder in London.
Yeah, done.
5. Ensure Ian definitely has a free choice, although you put defiantly, but never mind.
Spell check.
6. He will select ukuleles, obviously.
What?
He said that I would select ukuleles.
Oh.
Don't sit there sipping water and giving me
How
that
many
grin.
envelopes are there of them?
Just the one. Just the one
that.
envelope.
It's just that.
Nothing else in there. There's other pictures. Same
Oh,
pictures.
he's done it.
Done it. Blooming done it. 15 minutes in. Done it. Happened.
I love it, but I hate it at
Do you
the same
know
time.
the easiest thing I did as well
Yeah,
is
go
to
on.
make sure you didn't select your cat. Did
Yeah.
you notice how I replied to your tweet? Because I wanted 4 and realised I'd asked for 5.
Yeah. You
And
perfect.
I wrote perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
So
And
you
made me
would go
think,
for it.
we've booked a dud here.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
doing jokes like that. Uncomfortable, but exciting at the same time.
Do you feel like I'm in your mind?
I do a little bit. Can I ask you, how did you do that, please?
Yeah, it's a mixture of magic, psychology, reading body language, influencing devilish good looks and lying.
Chris Cox is with us this evening.
Hello.
If you want to talk to him, then 033012. Can you do Eloise later on?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Lovely.
I wanna be rich and I want lots of money. I don't care about.
Chris, are your headphones loud enough, by the way? 'Cause
Yes, I
okay.
like the volume immensely.
Okay, lovely. Ian Lee, Absolute Radio. Starting at 10 this evening, as it's a bank holiday. I don't know why, but on bank holidays we start at 10.
Special treat.
No extra money.
Not so good.
Chris Cox is a mind reader who can't read minds.
Hello.
Turns out you're friends with Penn and Teller, or just...
Just Pen, really.
They're so cool, those guys.
They're amazing. They're genuinely the best 2 people in magic in the world.
They kicked magic up the arse when it all got a bit Las Vegas-y and
Yeah.
a bit glitzy and, look at this. And they were... I remember seeing them on Jonathan Ross years ago, where they were hanging upside down, but you didn't know they were hanging upside down.
Are we live?
Yeah.
That was his catchphrase. And my daughter
Fantastic.
went, yeah, we're live.
So you're doing the Edinburgh Festival. You're doing the whole festival.
Doing the whole festival. This will be my 5th one, so that's all of Edinburgh. All of August, really.
Why?
Well,
it's exhausting. It's
so
humiliating, and it's all uphill.
I think why? Because I say yes. I go. It's a bit like childbirth, Edinburgh. In that, someone said after childbirth you forget the pain of it.
Yeah.
And after you do a show, you forget about the 9 months of nightmarish dreams and stress of trying to write a new show.
Well, whereabouts are you at the Edinburgh Festival?
I'm going to be at the Pleasance Dome at 7:10 every day.
That's very specific.
It is a very specific time.
7:10.
No earlier, no later. It'll be a bit later.
Much sought after. 10 minutes past the hour.
It is a big slot,
that
that.
everyone is up. I'm assuming in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm not an idiot.
No, you never know. You turn up. Hey, it's AM.
What? I did not know about this.
Do you want to do? Can you do Eloise?
Yeah.
Do you want Eloise in here?
Yeah, let's. Eloise, actually, do you read?
She's. Eloise, we can't hear you. She is dyslexic.
Oh, right, well, let's not do that.
Read.
Have you got a book? Do you have a book on you?
Hang on a minute, I'm just
Oh,
saying
well,
you're
let's not do
dyslexic.
that.
You always get asked if I ask you to read something, and I'm just saying I should point out, by the way, that you're dyslexic. You always bring it up.
Yeah, but surely It doesn't matter if I'm word perfect.
She can read. She can read.
I was mainly asking because I wanted to know if she's got a book on her, but you don't.
No.
Well, so that's that gone. Yeah, I'll do something else with you then. In fact, do you want to? You can come in.
Come into the magic kingdom of delights and pleasure.
Look,
What have you got?
Deck of cards. Proper magician.
I like your T-shirt, by the way.
Oh, I think it's superpower T-shirt.
Superpower.
Yeah.
Is that what you need to do it?
That's it. Just the T-shirt.
Okay, lovely.
Sounds
What are you
shuffling.
doing? Okay, unplug it. Fade us down. Okay, here we go. Eloise is in the studio. She is unplugging a mic, plugging a new one in.
Oh.
That's not working.
Oh.
That's not working. It's not. It's working now.
Hello.
Okay, it's a little bit quiet. There we go. You're on.
Hi.
Hello.
All right.
What do I have to do?
Well, I like that you kind of thought you're thinking as if you're going to be a glamorous assistant now because you're thinking, what am I going to do? I haven't got a costume, no headdress. You look a little bit nervous.
I am.
So I won't do anything to embarrass you.
Okay, good.
Take off your clothes. Oh, jokes. I do jokes as well.
He's good.
Ian says stuff like that.
Yeah, but when I say it, you just give me a scowl and then write a letter to HR. You're giggling flirtatiously with Chris when he
No,
does it.
giggling nervously.
Okay. I'm going to do something with cards, and the aim behind this is to try and show you how it might be possible to read minds.
I'm standing up
Okay.
to watch this.
So I'm going to come a bit closer to you.
Okay.
'Cause
I
I'm
hope
allowed to.
Mine doesn't go any closer.
So have a check the normal deck nonsense. This is a normal
Yeah.
deck. You're just
I
going
believe
to.
so.
Do you want to give them a quick
Oh.
shuffle or mix? You don't have to.
I'm not very good at shuffling.
Nor am I.
Can you do the flicky shuffle?
No, I can't even do this very well. And I'm just going.
Is one of the worst.
In.
I've seen shuffles and that.
Will that do?
It's
Have
up
I
there
done
with the
enough
worst.
Shuffling?
That's good for me.
Okay.
And magicians will force cards on people, so I'm not going to.
Do they really?
Yeah, they'll do things like this. All right, this isn't the trick, but take a card whenever you want. Yeah. Okay. On there? You sure? Well,
Yeah.
that was done badly, so I don't know what that is. But that's why I don't force cards.
So you're saying people force cards and then she just takes one at random?
Yeah.
Well done. Okay,
That's good. That's why I don't force
Chris
cards.
Cox, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Cox.
Forming live soon. So I'm going to just put them down on the table, and when you want, you say stop. And if you want me to speed up or slow down, you say that.
Okay. Speed up.
Okay?
Slow down.
Oh.
What am I going to be doing now?
No, you've got to stop me at some point. Okay, this one, or do you want to go further or back?
No, that
This one here, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Are you sure?
Am I sure? I
Eloise?
don't know. Yeah, I am.
You want to go... You can go further or
No,
back?
I'm
or-
going to go for that one. 'cause
Yeah.
I think you're trying to double bluff me.
There's always a double bluff involved. Right, so what you're going to do is you're going to have a look at the card and you'll
Okay.
see what value it is. Okay?
Okay.
Or the colour, yeah? You've got that?
Yeah.
Right, and this is the annoying setup bit where all you have to do is tell me the truth.
Really?
So you're just simply going to say, my card is the... And then
Okay.
you need to tell me the truth.
My card is the 7 of hearts.
You're thinking of a 7 of hearts at the minute, correct?
Yes.
How do I do it?
He's good!
It's good.
Hang on a
Okay,
minute.
good. Right, that's you telling the truth. I needed
Okay.
to see your reset position of telling the truth. Okay?
Okay.
So that was that.
Okay.
Exact same again. Whenever you want, tell me to stop.
Speed up.
Okay.
Slow down. Stop.
Okay, I've just grabbed 2. Do you want either of those
I'm going
two?
to go for that one.
Okay, yeah, take it. Don't let me see it. Good. Just remember that one. Right, I'm going to ask you a series of psychologically probing questions here, okay?
Okay.
Your job is to challenge me and keep a Lady Gaga-esque poker face.
Okay.
So try not to give anything away.
Does that mean we have to see her wadge as well?
I haven't
Just to
got a
prove she is Lady Gaga.
poker face.
Okay.
Just tuck it between the legs and
What
just
am
like
I
Gaga,
gonna-
away we go.
What am I going to say to you?
Right, you're going to say nothing at the minute.
Oh.
Just try and challenge me. Right, so don't say anything, but your card you're thinking of is red or it's black, okay?
Okay.
You're just going to say red and then black. And at some point, you'll say one of them will be yours, doesn't matter. Just say red. So say
Red.
red, now say black.
Black.
Exact same again.
Red.
Yep.
Black.
Very good. And just look at Ian and look back at me and say red
Red.
and then say black.
Black.
That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you very much.
The blink. The
little
blink.
blink was after the blink. It's in the blink. And you know when you blinked on the red card, yeah?
He's doing it.
It's a red card, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now we now need to... Straight in.
That's why you made me look at you.
Blinking on the
Try and
radio,
break
ladies and
the-
gentlemen. Blinking on the radio. Okay, so we now need to work out whether it's a diamond or a heart. So you, Eloise. Elise or Eloise?
Eloise.
Eloise. You're going to say, my card is a, and then you'll say heart or diamond. You can tell the truth or you can lie.
Okay.
So you're going to go, my card is a heart or diamond, tell the truth or lie.
My card is a diamond.
Good. What Ian can see me doing here is every time I say tell the truth, I just touch you on the leg.
Yes, you are doing. I did notice that.
You did notice
yes.
that. And what I'm
So
trying to do
he
there,
was gonna
it's
touch me
you
up.
think it's positive reinforcement. By me touching you on the leg, you think you're going, tell the truth, tell the truth. What did you say, heart or diamond?
Diamond.
Diamond, good. So you hear me go, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. And you'll notice that, and therefore do the complete opposite. So you lied. It's not a diamond, it's a heart, yeah? Good.
I don't like. We're messing with forces we shouldn't mess with here. This really is most unnatural.
We now need to work out whether it's high or whether it's low. Anything above 7 is high, 7 and below is low. Put your hand out straight in front of you without the card in. Move it up high. That's high. Move it down low. Move it down low. I'm going to close my eyes. I'll look down. Move your hand one way, up or down. Challenge me. And tell me when you've moved it.
Moved it.
Okay, is it in the middle at the minute, or is it still where it was?
Oh,
I'll tell you, I'll keep my eyes closed. It's easier. All right. I say challenge me. You will challenge me.
His eyes are closed, dear listener.
Hopefully you'll challenge me and move your hand opposite in the direction that your card is. Is that what you did?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So if your cards, so you moved your hand. You moved your hand up high, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to know how I knew that?
How?
Shadow. Okay. Put your hand down. Easy. We now. So it was opposite. So it's a low card. So your card's ace 2 3 4 5 6 7. You're going to say ace 2 3 4 5 6 7. At some point you'll say your card, and there's no need to sound guilty about saying your card. Apart from the fact I'm telling you, there's no need to sound guilty.
Why do I have to say the ace part though?
Because ace counts as 1.
Oh, okay.
We now know it's not the ace, so that's easy.
Well, I didn't know that, so.
We're playing aces low, I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah, because I might have thought ace was high.
You didn't.
Careful with that card.
Yeah, don't let me see it.
Don't see it. Keep it close.
Okay, so ace 2 3 4 5 6 7.
Ace
Definitely
2 3
not
4
the ace.
5 6 7.
Oh, same again.
Ace 2 3 4 5 6 7.
You're elongating towards the end, so it's probably the 5 or 6 or the 7. It's one of them, yeah. Yeah.
Do I do it again? Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, say just one of those, any one. It doesn't matter which.
7.
Good. I've taken a drink of water purposely there because I said say anyone, doesn't matter which, and then looked away from you, took a drink. I put no pressure and emphasis on it, which means you won't say your card, so it's not the 7, correct?
I don't like this, really.
So now it's the 5 or the 6. And the interesting thing about this is, I have no training in psychology. This could be truly a case of psychology. It could be a case of just me being able to read minds without being able to read minds. You've set up a psychological pattern, supposedly, of not saying your card. So at this point, it would be foolish to go against that now and start to say your card. But you now know that I know that you've got the psychological pattern. And therefore, you know that I know you can go against the pattern and change your mind or do the complete opposite, which is intrinsically, it's quite bad for your soul, but the choice is entirely yours. So one of those cards now.
5.
Good. Hopefully what will happen is you will follow the exact same pattern. My fast talking won't do anything to confuse you, so it won't be the 5. Your card should be the 6.
Oh,
yeah?
Man.
There we go. There it is. Boom.
That's amazing.
That's most unpleasant, Chris.
That's going on the poster.
Thank you.
We'll have more from Chris after 2 Dots Cinema Club. Thank you. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Eloise is through there. Eloise,
hi.
Hello. Chris Cox, mind reader who can't read minds.
Hello.
You're very good.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, I was so worried because we don't know much about you apart from what we read on the internet. And of course, the internet is the home of made-up facts.
True.
And you're actually quite good. So
it's always a bonus, isn't it?
That's really. If you're playing at my Set the Agenda night, which is sold out.
Oh, too late.
So you're too late, losers. But you're playing there on. Is it May the 6th? Is that when?
No, a bit later. Is it May the 6th? Could be May the 6th.
I think it's May the 6th. I don't think it's no later than May the 6th.
Shall I check my diary? Shall I consult now?
Are you busy? Are you busy?
Could be busy that night. Let's see.
He's in the old I'm double booked ploy.
Awkward.
I saved you from getting a parking ticket, young man. You owe me.
No, I did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. May the 6th. I'm there. It's in the diary.
Lovely.
It's good.
I don't know why we're plugging it because no one could.
So 12th of May, week after, you can see me.
And May the 13th, you can see my band, but that's a different thing altogether.
What a weekend that would be. Me one night, you the next.
What a great weekend. I'll tell you who else is on that night. As you did email me and ask, and I forgot to get back to you. Aurora the belly dancer.
Good.
The premise of the night is to kind of is not just have stand-ups.
Yeah.
Because I'm bored of these things where you go to clubs and they say, right, we've got 15 stand-ups.
Great.
You go, oh, sweet Jesus Christ. And they start
another guy and a mic.
So we've got Aurora the belly dancer.
Good. I look forward to that.
We have Boomhauer X, which is my band, playing some acoustic songs.
Very nice.
And we have some stand-ups. So it's... but we have a couple of stand. Oh no, we have Vicky Stone. Who
Vicky Stone's great.
She's brilliant, playing the ukulele
yeah.
and doing some songs and stuff. She is brilliant. She's coming in. Is it May the 6th? She's coming in.
Hope so. Because
let me get my diary.
You check yours.
Let's do this properly, shall we? For goodness sakes. She's brilliant. Vicky.
She's very good.
Ages and ages ago, and then she sent me an email saying, "Oh, could I come and do your night?" And it was with great pleasure. Yes, she's on.
Excellent.
So we've got a nice mixture of things. It should be a fun night, but as I say, sold out. So, listen, before you go, and before we do the business one more time and mention everything, do one more trick. Come on. Perform for me, monkey. Perform.
Dance, monkey boy, dance. I feel we should do something for anyone listening.
Okay.
So everyone can do this. You can do it.
Yeah.
Anyone listening can do it. Eloise, you can do it. If you're driving, probably don't do this because you need to pick your right foot up off the floor right now.
Okay.
Right.
Am I doing this?
Yeah, you do it. And this kind of just shows how the power of radio and the power of my voice can control everyone's body, supposedly. Pick your right foot up off the floor.
Yeah.
And you'll notice now your right foot's hanging off the floor. I did that. Well done, me. Now spin your right foot in a clockwise direction.
Hang on, which was that's
That's
way, yes.
same way as the clock. And just keep that going.
It's the same way. All right, cheeky sod.
Spin that right foot clockwise direction. Put your right hand out in front of you right now.
Yeah.
And then keep your right foot going in the clockwise direction, but with your right hand nice and big in the air, draw a big number 6, and I will make your feet change direction. Oh, look at that! Changing the direction of feet everywhere.
I must admit, I was slightly concerned because my arm went up in a Nazi salute.
It's always good, that moment.
This is. It's a shame they were so naughty, those boys, because it's such a good salute, isn't it?
It is a good of all the salutes. It's one of my best.
It is well, Chris, listen, thank you so much.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
MagicCox.com
yeah.
is the website. We've put it on the Facebook page, and we shall keep. I'll tweet it and everything as well.
That's since you're lovely.
Well, you're lovely. Let's do the business as well. 9 p.m. the 12th of May at the Udderbelly on the South Bank Centre. Jeez, look at the box office. This is the box office address. Have you seen it?
Oh, no. What have you got?
Underbelly.co.uk/web pages /Southbank /Southbank-show.php !ID = 61:9.
That you could just go to magiccox.com and avoid that. There's a
Is that
there's a buy
logic?
link on it. Or I think I've got a bit link for it, which is like bit.ly, one of those.
Oh yeah.
/livecox maybe.
That's
There'll be some Cox pun within it.
lovely, isn't it? I love
somewhere.
Cox.
That's what I have badges saying.
Do you?
Basically, 50 minutes of my show is puns.
Wonderful. You're on Twitter as well, aren't you?
Yeah, Big Cox. Yeah,
I'm gonna start following you as well. I don't really follow
you'll be
many people on
disappointed.
Instagram. Oh, really?
Well, now and again it's alright. Today I talked about how I went to play pitch and putt, but it didn't happen.
2 hour wait for pitch and putt?
Yeah, who'd have thought that?
Jeez.
What's wrong with North London?
It's not crazy golf, I can understand.
Yeah.
Pitch and putt. There's nothing going on there.
Didn't happen. Had a Mr. Whippy.
And anything else happening? Oh, the Camden...
Camden Crawl. Yeah, the comedy crawl at Camden.
Belushi's!
That'll be on.
Belushi's!
And then Edinburgh, and then a tour, and then maybe...
Are you doing a tour?
Yeah, I think so. I saw some dates put in, so I thought, well, that seems to be happening.
Who does that? Are you at the stage where you're going around phoning up venues going, hello, my name's Chris Cox, No? OK, thank you.
No,
or do you have an agent and a booker who goes and does all the dirty work
I used to do it myself, but I'd never be myself. I'd always go up and put on a voice.
Really?
Hi, I'm calling on behalf of Chris Cox.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
I
Got
never had the
nothing.
guts to do that. Because you have to do that thing. There's a stage when you're doing comedy where you phone up every listing in Time Out magazine and say, hello, I'm wondering if I could do a tryout spot.
Can I get on?
Jesus, the most soul... Now you can do it via email. When I was doing it 10, 15 years ago, it was soul-destroying phone calls and stuff.
People say no. But yeah, I have a person, the people that do that. And it's nice because I did Edinburgh and someone saw it and went, oh, that's good. Do you want us to promote you? And I went, yeah, all right. So that means I'm focused on the show.
See, that's nice when there are people... Sorry, I'm just finding the next song. I'm not checking my email or anything. That'd be rude. That's nice when there are people who do things like that. And
yeah, they cost you. They're not free.
Oh.
They take money out of the tiny amount you earn from Edinburgh. But they do mean I don't have to go look at smelly flats and supposedly can sit and write the show.
Are you doing... Is it still de rigueur for the act to do your own flyering, or do you have a boy?
I used to do my own.
Yeah.
I now have a team. There's a team, but yeah.
Wow.
So this is what you do with Edinburgh.
Yeah.
People think, "Oh, it's great. You sell lots of tickets. You sell lots of tickets. You make no money." Oh no, because you get your final statement at the end, and you go, "Hang on, I've paid £900 for Flyer's costumes. I didn't see them in a car. Why have I paid for this?" Yes, what I ended up paying for.
It is the most expensive thing in the world. I did in Edinburgh. The last Edinburgh I did, and just after I did Edinburgh, I got my first TV show, and I left my agent because I didn't particularly like him. And before I left my agent, everything was fine, and we were all quits.
Yeah.
When I left my agent, I got a bill for £5,000.
That's Edinburgh.
I had to pay that bill. Chris, it's lovely to meet you.
Lovely.
I will see you in
Likewise.
a few weeks.
I look forward to that.
Best of luck with the tour. You have an open invitation anytime you want to come in and plug your things.
Thanks, I will.
You are more than welcome to. We'll have 0330 123 1215. We'll have some of your calls after Thin Lizzy.
Radio.
Is it true? We just had an advert there for Hard Rock Calling. Is it true that the Bare Naked Ladies are playing at Hard Rock Calling?
Yeah.
Can I get free?
Yeah. Speak to Paul Sylvester.
Oh, in that case, no. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, here an hour early because it's a bank holiday. If you've just tuned in, you missed the excellent Chris Cox, who's a mind reader who can't read... Are you on the phone? Oh, I thought you were on the phone. That's why I faded you down. Sorry. Who's a mind reader who can't read minds. What a nice chap.
It was lovely.
As he left, Eloise and I both went on the intercom and at the same time said, what a nice chap. He was lovely. MagicCox.com is the website if you want to go and have a look at what he's up to. I say he's playing at my Set the Agenda night on May the 6th, but that's sold out. So go and check him out at the Underbelly, or the Camden Crawl, and we'll go and look at his website and it'll all be up there. So we're back to normal horses for indeed normal courses this evening. If you want to give us a call, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. I'm still getting emails going, what's happened to the podcast for Thursday?
I know.
Just had Facebook messages then. It's fine, right? It wasn't fine. It was 19 seconds long. What you need to do is delete. If you've downloaded Thursdays and it's 19 seconds, delete it, unsubscribe, and then subscribe again. And
re-download it.
And re-download it, and that will sort it out, dear listener. And
as we've mentioned many times,
if ever there's a problem with it, just check the Facebook page or the Twitter page, because someone will tell us and we will work it out, and we will. Well, I say we. Eloise normally is the one who sorts it out, so that's that. Nice weekend, Eloise.
Yeah. On the Friday was spent actually dealing with this podcast thing. People as well, you can be nice about it. It's just a podcast.
If the podcast muffs up next time and Eloise gets any abuse, then you have my permission to delete that podcast. Never let it go out.
Oh.
If people send rude stuff to you, then
I like this.
You have my full permission to delete that podcast and never make it available again.
Yeah, it's like people just think that it's the end all and be all, which is nice.
My wife just sent me a text. Right, I've just texted her saying she sent me a text saying, is that guy good? The mind reader. I went, yeah, he's good and he's a nice bloke. She's replied, what did he mind read? Minds and stuff, isn't it? Minds, isn't it, you silly sausage?
Today, though, I realised that I had a see-through skirt on. And I only realised when I heard this girl say, look at that girl's skirt! And then...
How could you not know it was see-through?
Well, the light in my bedroom, it doesn't look see-through. It's the skirt I'm wearing now, but I've got black tights on now. But earlier, can you see my hand through it? That was my bum.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
I had knickers on, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, but, yeah, crikey. What?
Yeah.
Hey, cha-cha-cha.
And then I had to try and stretch the T-shirt I'm wearing so it would cover my bum.
The girls do have see-through clothes, though.
Yeah, the tops, I think, are all right, but skirts...
Oh, I'm not really sure any of it's all right. Except for, if you're like a slutty dancer in a nightclub or a prostitute, or which you're not, before you get funny, or you're dressing up for sex games in the bedroom, then yes, but otherwise, no.
Them lace tops are all right.
I'm not, really?
Yeah.
For outside?
Yeah.
For decent wear?
Yeah. Or a sheer shirt.
Sheer shirt. I went to a christening yesterday. I was in church yesterday for 2 hours. And it started off, it was a really nice church, and it was a really nice service. It was an Easter service, and then a friend's kid got christened and stuff, and it was actually really nice. And there was a fantastic choir, and they did Handel's Messiah. The Hallelujah. Is that Handel's Messiah? Maybe it's not.
I have no idea.
Anyway, it was nice. But it started off, the first 10 minutes, I was very worried, because they're rather chubby. You get chubby people, like young people, like in their 20s, and they got really ruddy cheeks, really red cheeks.
Oh, yeah.
Like but that's the thing. So this guy burst out with a bag, and he had his sunglasses. I'll show you exactly how he has sunglasses.
Are you going to do a demonstration?
Oh no, I've lost my sunglasses. Anyway, his sunglasses like hanging out of his pocket.
Yeah.
And he came out. He's like, "Okay, so I'm here to talk about Jesus." And
he was like calling Jesus up.
Okay, so the thing is, I wanted to try and tell you, how much Jesus loves us. Because he loves us. And so I thought I'd bring a tape measure. I thought, well, maybe, you measure things. He kept doing this clapping.
This was in the christening?
This was, yeah, but it was like a church service, and the christening was like a bonus, like a PS. So, so I brought a tape measure. And the thing is, he got a tape measure. He goes, but the tape measure, Jesus' love is too big. You can't measure it, so I got a measuring jug, and I thought we measure things in a measuring jug. Maybe we can measure. And the thing is, it says in the Bible that Jesus' cup overflows with his love, so the measuring cup is useless. So then, and it just thought, oh, for Christ. And he's one of those people that's trying to make Christianity cool for kids, and doing the exact opposite and scaring the kids away from Jesus
with his shades.
Oh man, I'm not Christian at all, but I don't mind a church service. I think it's quite nice and quite peaceful and quite traditional and all that. Except, I forgot that you've got to give them money. You've got to pay them.
Do you?
You have a collection.
Oh, you don't have to.
You have a well, you do, but we didn't have any money. And you have these little. You can either put if you got notes and you're being a bit flash, you just put them on the tray. Right, I've got a note.
Yeah.
But if you got like coins, you have a little envelope and you put them in the envelope. And my wife and I both looked at each other, going, "Oh my God!"
Did you put an empty envelope in?
I picked up the empty envelope and I went, "I've got this sorted." And she went, "You cannot put an empty envelope on the tray." But I didn't in the end. But I was very tempted. Very tempted.
So what did you put down?
I kind of did like a little bit of kind of magic handwork, so it looked like I put something down, but really I was just passing something along. So I didn't put anything down. I didn't. I didn't know what to do. You know, so it was all a little.
I
bit
wouldn't have
awkward.
put one down.
You sort of have to. Really.
Why?
Otherwise, you go to hell.
Well, what if you don't believe in hell?
But what if you don't believe in hell, but hell is real?
Well, then they'll gladly accept me because I have not given any money to
Well, then you'll go to hell.
the church.
And then we spent the whole afternoon in this friend's back garden eating curry, and we're all wearing suits. And Fandango is saying to me, take your suit jacket off. I said, well, no, I can't be the first. This is a gentleman thing. I don't think that you girls will get this, but men, you'll understand this. I said, I cannot be the first person to take off the suit jacket. It's kind of like became suit poker. And I couldn't be the first one because that shows a sign of weakness. And
Well, surely it's the best person to take it off because they're not stupid and sweltering in the sun.
no, the first, basically, whoever cracks first takes theirs off, and all the other gentlemen look at each other and nod, and it means they've got 5 minutes more of wearing their suit, and then they can take their jacket off without looking rude and disrespectful to the host.
This is a fake game. You're
It's
making
not-
that up.
It's real. It's not a game like we all say, hey, let's play suit poker. It's just one of those unspoken.
No,
it's like
that doesn't
you
happen.
You never stand next to another man at the urinal. You always leave an empty stall. And this, you are not. If you are the first person to take your suit jacket off, then boy oh boy, you is a lightweight.
In the urinal thing, what if there's 3 urinals and 2 people at it and you desperately need to go?
You go to the cubicle.
What if there's no cubicle?
You go, ooh, I've made a mistake. Sorry, and then you walk out.
Well, then you look like you've just gone into perv.
No, you wash your hands. You just wash your hands. I've got to wash my hands. I've got stuff on my hands. Be off.
Well, then when do you...
Or you do this, right? So talk to me. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've got to get the phone. Hello. I'll go outside and take this. You do that. You never go and stand next to another man at the urinal. Never.
Well, I want to speak to some other men about this because I don't believe that's true.
0330 123 1215, gentlemen. If you could call up and educate Eloise in the ways of the toilet, that would be good.
Yeah.
And then today, do you know what it is today?
Bank holiday Monday.
My wedding anniversary.
Ah, happy anniversary.
Yeah. So I was going to spend the day with my wife for our second wedding anniversary, and she was going to Windsor to see her family, and she said, are you going to come to Windsor? And I said, well, no, there's something I've got on this evening that I should do. And then I went to do this thing, and it'd been cancelled. So I didn't spend the day with my wife on a wedding. Get this! This is brilliant, right? And my wife hates me for this. She thinks I'm not romantic, okay? I ordered, for our wedding anniversary, I took her to Paris for our wedding anniversary a couple of weeks ago. That was the anniversary
That's
present.
a lovely
But
present.
bam! I thought, I've got to get something for the actual day, okay? So I ordered some roses, some really expensive roses, and a balloon from... I can say it, actually, because they've sorted it from Interflora, right? And I said, they couldn't do it today, which is the day of the anniversary, so they could do it on the 26th, okay, which is great, because Fandango would have been at home, brilliant. Got home on Saturday, the flowers had been delivered on Saturday.
Uh-oh.
And I was furious. So I got the flowers, and I let Fandango know. She said,
Yeah,
well,
that ruins the surprise.
She said, that's really romantic, thank you very much. And I said, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get my money back, because they've come early.
No!
She said, well, no, don't. No, I said, well, no, because they've delivered it the wrong day. You're not, you know, it's all a bit awkward and you're not here. You can't, you know. She said, well, no, it's just nice that you've got me. I said, no, I'm going to get the money back. Emailed in Flora, got the money back. Oh, so that's a double romantic
I'll tell you where
gesture.
you went wrong.
What?
Telling her you were going to do the refund.
I shouldn't have done that. But I like to be open and honest about things.
Why did you need to be open and honest about that? Because now you've ruined the gesture.
No, because I can turn this around. If I were now to go and buy more flowers with that money, double romantic gesture, I win twice. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to...
It just cancels the other one out. It doesn't...
How can you order flower? How can flowers cancel flowers out?
Well, because you took back the other flowers by getting a refund from them and telling Fandango that you were going to get a refund on them.
I didn't take the flowers are in the house. She's going to see the flowers tomorrow.
Yeah, she's got the flowers, but...
And I've got the money.
But you took it back metaphorically.
Win-win.
Because you then going angry about it and getting refunds.
I'm on a total win-win situation here.
No.
I've got the karma and the love of my wife for getting flowers, and I've got the cash. I've lost a little bit of the love because I told her I was going to get the cash back. Interflora have won my respect because they sorted it out straight away. Bish, bash, bosh. Everyone's a winner. Apart from my
Except
wife.
Fandango a little bit.
But that's her problem now.
It's not her problem. It's your problem.
2 out of 3 people are winners. There were always going to be 2 people who
but
won.
who are you doing this for in the first place? Your satisfaction, Interflora's respect, or your wife's happiness?
Kind of my satisfaction.
Well then, Bonus, you've sorted it.
0330 123 1215. I've won there, haven't I, though? Surely that's a win. Mick from Bumhead's calling in. Oh, Burnhead. Sorry, I do apologise. Surely I've won, haven't I? That's a great situation to be in. You've ordered something. They were expensive flowers. Roses. Ooh, and a balloon. Ooh. I've ordered them. Got them. She's going to see them tomorrow. And I've got the cash. Everyone's a winner. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you wish to contribute to the debate. Debate? Bank holiday shows, as someone said the other day on Digital Spy, the forum that I've been booted off of for 2 days. I got a 48-hour ban from Digital Spy. They said I was being argumentative and inciting. Well, I was being argumentative. I was telling the truth. And if you can't handle the truth, then you better kick me off Digital Spy, the breeding ground for arseholes. But someone said on Digital Spy, the bank holiday shows are either excellent or rubbish. And I think I know which one we're going for. 0330 123 1215. Oh, Mick from Bumhead has called in. Says, I'm talking rubbish about urinals. I don't think I am. If you're a gentleman, could you phone up and tell us the rules of the toilet, please? Thank you. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, Mondays to Thursdays, 11 to 1. Although we started at 10, if you've just tuned in, you missed the first hour of the show. You missed the excellent Chris Cox, who is a mind reader who can't read minds, and was brilliant and totally freaked us out. Go and check his website, magiccox, COX.com, to find out where and when he's playing, because he is truly awesome. If you want to listen to it as well, you can download the podcast. You can get the podcast on iTunes or on absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee. So, we're kind of sort of starting the show properly now. Eloise is through there. Hello, Eloise.
Hiya.
Lovely. If you want to take part, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. We're discussing the rules of the urinal. I don't know. I don't think girls' toilets really have rules.
No, because we're in cubicles.
But is it true? You go in together. Does that still happen, or is that just in Sex and the City?
It only happens if you are nervous about going in on your own. Like, say you're on a night out,
yes,
and you don't want to be the only one left at the table with people you don't know.
Oh, okay, right. That's interesting.
Or if you need to share makeup, or if you need to have a quick gossip.
Or if you're sharing drugs, or sharing a line of a drug, which is very, very naughty. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. It's kind of, that sort of bank holiday Monday. It's not really a proper day, so we're not really going to be bothered to do a proper show, kind of thing. No one else is working today.
No, I know.
Did you've been in all day, have you?
I was in for the majority of the day. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's good.
Enough to miss a fair amount of the sun, anyway.
Yeah, it's a nice day today. It all goes a bit rubbish tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, it's like down to 17 degrees. It's going to rain on the
I'm
wedding.
okay with that when I'm in work, actually.
It's going to rain on the wedding, though. Are you in on Friday? Wedding?
No,
you don't work Fridays.
No.
Are you going to be watching the wedding at home on the television?
I wouldn't mind, actually. I'm quite into it. I like the idea of the wedding.
I don't really know how I feel. I wish them the very best of luck. I'm not an anti-royalist at all. In fact, I would say I err on the side of being a royalist. I think they're quite good.
Too.
I like the royal family. And I probably will watch a little bit of it, but I'm not that...
I tell you what I want to see. What celebs are going?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Well, what kind of celebs would Prince William... Because he likes, rock stars and things, doesn't he?
Yeah, I know Tara Palmer Tompkinson is going, but she's got royal connections anyway.
OK, but let's just focus on the celebs for a moment. I've met Tara. She's nice, but OK. Well, I'd like to know: are there people listening to this now? People are camping in London already.
Are you joking? Where are they camping?
In London. I guess outside the church.
I'm going to rent out my room.
Sorry?
I'm going to rent out my room.
Well, no one's going to want to come and stay in a.
Of course they will. Why are they going to stay in a crappy tent? They'll want my room.
Because is your room on the route of the wedding? Is it outside Westminster Abbey? Is it near Buckingham Palace? No, it is none of those things, Eloise. It's a horrible...
Yeah, but you can't camp outside Buckingham Palace.
You can camp as near as, damn it, to Buckingham Palace. There's a park nearby.
You're not allowed to just throw a campsite in a park.
Did you not hear David Cameron the other day say basically anything goes? There are no... Between now...
Actually, I did hear him say
and I pressed the wrong thing then. Between now and Friday, there are no laws. laws don't exist anymore. It's virtually...
What shall we go and do to flaunt these laws?
Well, let's go and camp in one of London's great parks and catch
Why would
rabbits.
you want to go and camp in some of them parks? Because some of them are a bit dodgy after nightfall.
That's exactly why I'd like to camp in there, young lady. So if you're listening to this and you're camping on the route, or you know someone that is, or someone that's going to come down for the royal wedding, or up, if you're in the south, or across, if you're west or east, then 0330 123 1215. Because it does interest me, and I think she's hot, and I bet he's a nice bloke.
What, though? They keep hailing her as the new fashionista.
She's too skinny.
Well, beside from that...
Yeah.
She's plain Jane. She doesn't wear anything.
No. She's a very beautiful young lady.
Yeah, that is nothing to do with fashion.
Well, that's nothing to do with plain Jane, then. Plain Jane Superbrain.
No, I'm on about plain Jane clothes.
You should say that, because plain Jane implies face.
Well, no, it doesn't, because
from Neighbours.
before that I was talking about fashion.
Yeah,
so
no,
why then would I switch to face?
Because you said plain Jane and plain Jane.
Yeah, in
looks.
reference to fashion.
You need to specify that, because plain...
No, I didn't, because I first started talking about fashion, so why then would I change the subject?
Plain Jane...
I've won this one, then.
You haven't.
Oh, I have.
Well, if you shut up for a second, I'll tell you why you haven't. Because plain Jane is not a reference to clothes, it is a reference to looks, hair, and sometimes glasses.
Yeah, well, her hair's just flattened down.
So you are talking about her looks?
No, I'm talking about her fashion, but if you were wanted to talk about her looks...
She has got lovely hair.
It's just flat.
Beautiful. Imagine that in your hands. Beautiful.
Perv.
Like a box of it under the stairs. 0330 123 1215. We are the official... I think we're the official...
commentators.
Station for the royal wedding, aren't we? I think that's the case. I believe that to be the case. So if all your royal wedding needs, then we are the place to get it. Which one? Should I speak to Nick from Bumhead?
Yeah.
Okay. This really is a layback. Hello, Nick! Nick!
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, what's your problem with the urinals?
I have no problem with the urinals. I'm just establishing the rules.
Well, exactly. If you bust in to go to the toilet, what rules would they be?
The rules be, Mick, that they do not stand next to another gentleman at the urinals. You take the stall adjacent.
Yeah, mate, if you're trying to extract the urine out of myself, I wouldn't bother doing that just because I'm from the north, my friend.
I am not doing that, my friend. You are doing it
You're
perfectly
not now.
well.
You were a second ago.
I were doing... My friend, you are extracting the urine yourself by your silly and factious argument.
No,
And
mate.
we've not even got to your argument yet, Michael.
If we're going for a wee, Ian...
Yes, Michael.
Well, then we're going for a wee, and we're not bothered who stood next to us, who stood behind us, who stood in front of us, are we, mate?
If somebody was stood in front of me while I was having a
now
wee, Michael...
Now you're back with the northern rubbish again.
If someone was stood in front of me, Michael, while I was
You're still doing it?
Whilst I was...
Well, yeah, mate, you speak in your normal lingo, yeah, and let's see if I can understand you.
If I were having a wee, Michael, and there was somebody stood in front of me, I would be very, very concerned indeed.
Well, mate, you do not remember Shakespeare, pee in the pocket in front of you, you pee?
I don't think that was necessarily a Shakespeare quote.
No, it wasn't a Shakespeare quote, but while you were watching Shakespeare, that's what you did, mate.
So Shakespeare, let's get an expert on this. Barry from Watford.
Aye. Verily, you're asking Shakespeare, is northern lad?
Dear Barry, are you wearing pearls from London, mate?
Am I what?
Are you wearing pearls? Because you sound like a real donkey.
Aye, come here.
Barry, I've listened to you many nights, mate, and I have sat there and extracted the urine out of your voice. So if you'd like to carry on, mate, by all means you carry on.
I think it proper disgusting that thou is taking urine out at me. Thou shouldst get off and put on clogs and get up in the morning to do the job in the mines.
I'm sorry, if Ian's listening to you, I didn't understand what you said, mate. You need to speak, some kind of English, mate.
It's very simple. Thou didst thee and thou, thou didst think, thee thou thee, thou did morning, and then did thou thee thou thee.
And you wonder why this country takes drugs, mate. They take drugs because they've got to listen to donkeys like you on the radio, mate. Why don't you give it a break and, like, good night? Yeah, mate, this is free. I can listen to rubbish all night. Barry, you go on stage, mate. I'm sorry, but they must laugh you off.
They do. Well, they laugh me on and off because I'm very popular.
Oh, are you very popular?
Yes, I am. Up north and down south.
Seriously, yeah, mate, I'm popular in Preston, mate, but that's besides the point. Hey, mate, have you got something to say? Have you got something to contribute?
Yes, I have. I have got something to contribute, and it's precisely this.
Go on then, mate. What? Let me guess. When people are using urinals, you go around the corner and pee on a back street, mate.
Yes, it's that, but more to the point is this. The rowdy, zombie-doozy, and I zombie-doo, that-da-da-do. All right.
Barry, you're boring, mate. Ian, have we got someone else, please, mate? Because that one's the donkey.
Ta-ta!
Bye-bye, Barry.
Bye-bye, Barry. Bye-bye, Barry.
Donkey.
So,
anybody else?
Mick, I think that's kind of cleared the matter up, hasn't it?
Well, no, not necessarily. You've got a soft southern shandy drinker.
Yeah.
Who's peeing round the corner when us men are peeing in urinals. Okay. Man, what's your point on this, Ian?
Do you prefer the urinal, the long urinal, where it's a trough, or do you prefer the separate bays?
Well, personally, depends where I am. If I'm at a football match, you ain't got much choice. You just like squeezing in where you can.
Ooh.
Now, if I were going to the opera, yes.
Yes.
You know us Northerners, we like to do that occasionally. Man, now you're extracting the urine again out of yourself. Showing how uneducated you are.
I am dead thick, me.
No, mate, you don't want to do that.
Don't want to do what, Michael?
Well, you don't want to take the mick.
Michael, how often do you listen to this show?
Mate, I listen near enough every night.
Then you will know that pretty much every caller that comes on...
And you know what, mate? I'm 39 as well.
Good for you, well done. You will know... Now, shut up. You will know that every caller that comes on, I pretty much try and do their voice.
Well, mate, you're not doing a good do here, are you,
So,
mate?
pull your head out of your bum hole and grow up a bit. Rob, you're through to Mick.
Hey, mate, I'll tell you something. We want to get our whippets onto him. I've almost dropped my bloody black pudding on that fence. But what do you say, lad?
Speak the English, my friend.
We need to get him in a bare-knuckle fighting ring and sort him out, don't we?
Who are you on about, Barry or Ian?
Ian, me and you, man and boy, Dad Pitt, and this southern lad's getting all shandy talk.
No, you're another soft sunder who's drinking shandy.
Oh, I tell thee not, I'm from Steel City, pal.
I take it you run about Sheffield there, my friend.
I know Sheffield. I grew up in Sheffield, much like yourself. You probably drag your knuckles like I do, huh?
No, mate, I'm no monkey.
How many shell suits do you own? There's the question. If you're from up north, you must have at least 3 or 4 and one for a Sunday. I've got 4.
I own 7 camels.
Hey, now listen, lad, I run whippets and pigeons. If you're going to start knocking me, I'll knock your flat cap off.
Mate, don't wear a flat cap.
I'm off that pit.
Not a clue what's happened in the last 15 minutes of the show. We were talking about urinals. 0330 123 1215. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Thank you, Michael.
I've been roaming around, always looking down.
By the way, the band you're listening to now are the Kurikwara Quartet, and they are Japanese, and they are awesome. And they're doing a few gigs in May. Hopefully they're going to be in the studio on Thursday, May the 19th. Then May the 20th, They're playing Friday, May the 20th. They're playing Cafe Oto in London. They're doing two sets, and I will be DJing and playing some J-pop and some J-rock and bits and pieces. And then Saturday, May the 21st, they're playing at the Good Ship in Kilburn. The Good Ship, I said, in Kilburn. And they're playing a slightly shorter set, but it's a cheaper gig. And I'm going to be there as well. So it would be nice if you could come along to one of those, or both of those. It's the first time they've ever played in the UK. And it'll be nice if you could come and support them and show your appreciation. And they are wonderful and charming and very gentle, and it's a lovely, lovely evening. So if you follow me on Facebook, @Iain Lee, or on the on Twitter, or on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show, I will keep posting updates and links of where you can get tickets and things like that. But it's going to be thoroughly entertaining evenings. Nick is in Dartford. Hello, Nick.
You all right there?
Yeah, what do you want, Nick?
Basically I was going to end the argument about the whole urinal thing.
Yes, go on. What are the rules of the urinal?
Well, basically, it sort of happened to me yesterday. I've always had this massive thing about urinals, and it's basically like blokes' toilets in general.
Okay.
And I went to my local pub, and I actually know sort of most of the people in there.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I went to the toilet. I was dying to go for a wee, and I walked in there, and there's 3 urinals.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, there's a space in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought, right, I'll go to the cubicle, both engaged.
Oh, yes.
It's not good. So basically, I washed my hands, or sort of pretended to wash my hands, and then pretended to make a phone call.
Yeah.
Walked out, and then went into the disabled toilet.
Sweet. There you go. And that makes perfect sense. There's no way you could stand in that middle urinal, is there?
No, there isn't. You couldn't just shuffle in there and pretend sort of like nothing's happening.
The only time I've ever done it, Nick, there's only one time I've ever stood in that middle urinal, is I walked into a toilet in a hotel, and there were 3 urinals. At the far end was a guy, I didn't know who he was. At the near end was Davy Jones of the Monkees, right? And I flipping loved the Monkees. So I walked in, saw that, I thought, I can't do this. Went to walk out, and I thought, this is the only chance I'm probably ever going to get to look at the penis of a monkey. And so, do you know what? I swallowed my pride, Nick. That's all I swallowed. And I went and stood in that middle urinal. I couldn't pee, but I saw Davy Jones's winkle. And that is the only time. I certainly could not poo in a toilet where there are other people wandering around. I couldn't do that at all.
No, see, I had this problem at work as well, because I work in a garage.
Yeah.
And it's very, very sort of... I wouldn't say I'm not... I am masculine, but there is a lot more people there who are... and they have a massive thing as well, but they like to hear people go... They like people to hear that they're going to the toilet.
Who likes... Hang on, let me see this.
I know.
Who likes people to hear them going to the toilet?
I know, people that I work with. So that's another thing.
What?
So you've got number 1 and you've got number 2, which poses a problem.
Are the people you work with, are they coprophiles? What, they get pleasure out of people hearing them go to the toilet?
Well, I think they must do, because they make so much noise about it.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. No, horrible.
It's like there's a massive crowd of people in one cubicle. All you can hear is, ooh, ah.
What are they doing? Setting off tiny fireworks?
I think they must do.
Okay.
That's what they call them.
Nick, on that bombshell, we'll say good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Nicholas. Dan and Charlie the Farmer will be coming to you next. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. If you're new to the show, dial that number, press button 1, then you'll speak to Eloise, who will take your details and call you back. So it won't even cost you that much money. Maybe speak to you after David Bowie. Yes, David Bowie. There's a cough there. Yes, there was. I don't think I've eaten anything today. Have we got any food here, Eloise? I don't think I've eaten.
There's always like some random porridge upstairs. There's fruit.
Oh.
Apple, pear. I believe that's all.
Oh, well, never mind. I shall eat tomorrow. It will be...
you haven't eaten a single thing?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's weird that you don't know.
I had a bit of cake with some ice cream.
Oh, ice cream and cake. I've never had that before. It sounds amazing.
It is It is totally amazing.
What kind of cake?
Well, it was. I had 2 cakes at once and some ice cream. It was homemade cake. One was like a little, sort of lemony cake, and one was I don't know what the other one was, but it was nice. But I had Smarties ice cream with it as well.
Oh.
It just makes the cake just that bit more fun.
Oh.
It just because cakes are fun, but it makes it that bit more fun.
Do you know, I've not had a single chocolate over Easter.
Did you get given them?
No.
Oh. I should have probably got you something, shouldn't I? Actually, now thinking about it.
No.
Good. I've got 4 Lindt chocolate bunnies in my fridge.
Oh.
And when I get home, I'm probably going to eat 2 of them, maybe 2.5.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Well, that's all. You come round if you want.
Nah.
Come round. Fandango's not there. Come round. I won't touch you.
After that dream I've heard.
Oh,
something's going on with the phones.
They are doing. Well, this is what I've heard. Okay, that in Studio D, they are doing an Australian breakfast show.
Oh yeah.
From here though.
That's true. Yeah. Do you know when Jeff went over to Brisbane? I think it's the trade-off. They come here.
Someone comes here. Wow. Okay. I don't want to go to Australia, but why don't we? I met my sister's mother-in-law today. Well, not met her. I know her quite well, Shirley, who is from New Zealand. And every time I meet her, and every Christmas, she'll send me like a New Zealand bed and breakfast guide or something.
Oh.
And she was saying today, so when are you going to come over to New Zealand? And I don't really want to go. I want to go to New Zealand.
It's lovely there.
I do. Have you been?
Yeah.
I do not want to do the journey.
What you need to do is some nice little stopovers on the way.
So then you've just got, like, instead of having one really, really long flight, you've just got 2 really long flights. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And then you've got to do it all the way back. Oh, God, no. Hate it. So I sort of had to kind of do it's a bit tricky with Astro Boy, and I'm busy with work, and I've got a bad foot.
Is it still bad?
Yeah, it's still swollen. I can't do my laces up. He's coming in tomorrow, the lad that kicked my foot in.
He?
He's coming in tomorrow, so he won't be listening.
Thanks
I was
for
thinking,
pre-warning.
well, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you almost 22 hours in advance. So I was thinking we should give him a kick in. He's a student. It'll be like an initiation.
All right.
My foot is completely knackered still.
Will he be sat in there with you?
Yeah, he's going to be sat with me. I'll look after him. Don't worry, I'll look after him. I'll look after him, you know what I mean? And then on Thursday, Christian Lee's coming in, the magician.
Oh, great.
He's nice, I like him, so it's quite a... Sorry, I should have... These things have only been established... Well, the student was established last week, I just didn't get round. But Christian Lee was sorted out this afternoon. Sorted out. He's nice, I like him.
Look who's on the phone.
Willie Carson?
Yeah.
He's a jockey, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's on the phone to Australia?
Yeah. Do you know what? They're doing some sort of royal wedding special.
Right.
And I think they're getting random people.
Why have they not got me involved? I'm English.
I know that they've got... Maybe they're having some sort of a horse riding theme today, because I heard they got John McCririck as well.
Oh, God, him. We could get John McCririck if we wanted.
No.
Exactly, Eloise. Standards is what this show's all about. I'm building up... I'm thinking of ways to make the show better than this rubbish that we're tossing out now. And I've been... Retired jockey.
I wonder if they're writing notes for us.
Studio D.
Oh.
And I've been saying this for the last 2 years, but I'm building up to going out and doing Vox Pops.
Oh, good.
Vox Pops would be good for the show.
Years ago, I made a list for you of places we should go to for those.
What do you mean, where?
Do you remember we went to Soho once, and we did something else, can't remember what that was, and then we said we were going to do some more, so I made a list of possible places.
That wasn't Vox Pops. That was an on-the-spot report.
Oh, yeah, same difference.
Well, no, it's completely... Because Vox Pops is you going up to people and going, what do you think about the current situation in Libya?
We did do something similar. It was like, are you a prostitute or a drug dealer?
We spoke to people. But it's not. That wasn't Vox Pops, because it was like a... Wow, we're walking around, and Vox Pops are like, I've come in here today to find out...
It's quite similar.
It's not actually that similar at all. It's very, very different. Actually, very, very different. So...
What's your problem tonight?
You. Use my problem. So we will do... Well, Vox Pops, it's just... I haven't got anything to record them on.
Well, they've got a...
The Marantz.
Yeah.
They're too big.
It's not really.
It is quite really. And also it means
It's an A5 sheet of paper big.
Oh, it's massive.
And it's got a handle, like you can put it over your shoulder.
And also, I want to go and do it when I want to go and do it, and then I want to take them home and edit them, and I can't take them around home.
Or just use your mobile phone, like you did that last time when you...
Oh, that guy was
Rat
mental.
that mandem?
Rat that mandem?
That mandem man.
Well, I could do it on a mini disc, but I might buy myself a nice little player, a little recorder. What's a good recorder to go and record stuff on?
Don't know. I use the freebies here. Why are you putting that funny face on?
We've got another hour and a half of this. If we'd have on a normal night, after an hour and a half, we'd be in the home straight. We'd be, almost there. And now, we've got another hour. We're just over halfway through.
Should we hijack that call?
Quick, Willie Carson on. We should do, shouldn't we? I have the technology to do that, I dare. And then also, there's another bank holiday next Monday.
I know.
We start at 10 again?
Yeah.
For good's sake.
Oh my gosh, that sounded so close.
That did sound close, didn't it? I said for good's sake, and I meant to say for God's sake.
For God's sake.
For God's sake. That sounds South African. For God's sake. So we're doing...
Sound South African.
Go on, try and say it in South African.
For God's sake. Oh no, that's terrible. I don't know what I'm doing.
For God's sake.
Oh.
I can't do it. South African is one of those accents that should be really easy to do, but actually it's quite tricky to do.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. This is lekker. For God's sake, man.
That's good.
For God's sake, man, what are you doing?
That's good.
That's it. Turns out I can do it.
For God's sake, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. For God's sake, man, what are you doing?
My dentist is South African, and he goes, Eloise, sit down here. I can't. Oh, I sound French.
Now he's on French. Well, next time he starts to put something in your mouth, go, for God's sake, man, what are you doing?
That sounded a bit Indian.
Yeah. My dentist is Indian. Oh, sorry, Dan and Charlie the farmer, we will get to you in a minute. We do have calls. I'm just,
We're just trying to thin them out a bit.
I say we've got calls. We've got two, and we possibly got a third if we do hijack Willie Carson, OBE. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We'll speak to you after this.
To having a real good time. Don't let scammers get your money. Go to consumerdirect.gov.uk.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Some of you may remember the way the Beach Boys go about making a record. First we start with Denny on the drums. Then Al with the rhythm guitar. And then Carl with the lead guitar. Then Brian fills the instruments in with the bass. When we got the instruments together, then we step up to the mics, and it comes out something like this.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything?
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Ringo Starr on the show soon. May at some point we're going to play the Ringo Starr interview. Very, very exciting. Now listen, we have got 4 calls lined up. We've got Charlie the farmer and Dan. But 2 of the calls we've got are Gary the blind poet and Noel Taylor. If you want to hear them, then we will go to them. But if you don't want to hear them, then I suggest you call in and you will push those 2 further and further down the queue. Does that sound fair, Eloise?
Sounds very fair.
Sounds very fair to me. So we'll do Charlie, we'll do Dan. And if no one else calls in, then we'll go to Gary, and if no one else calls in, then we'll go to Noel Taylor. If you want to stop those 2 from coming on the air and get pushed further down the chain, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Charlie the farmer!
All right.
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Oh, I've already asked that, and you don't want to ask it. Sorry. Anyway, I just... Sorry?
Yes, hello.
Oh, yeah, I was just wanting to say I'm a podcast person.
Well done you for podcasting. What do you do when you listen to our podcasts?
Kill time. Don't revise.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Revise for what? Farming exams?
Go to school as well, and it's just an act I do.
What?
I'm not really a farmer, it's just an act I do.
What's the act?
or he's just put on some sort of accent, or he pretends like he's from the performing land.
Wow, this is exciting. We're getting to see behind the magic here this evening. I wonder if, like, Noel Taylor will phone up and when we speak to him and say, well, don't worry, I'm not really this stupid and this irritating and this boring. I'm actually, you know, an interesting young schoolboy. Or maybe David Bowie isn't really David Bowie.
Hello there.
Oh, it is David Bowie.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, hello, David. Are you really David Bowie, or are you some bored schoolboy?
No, I'm David Bowie.
Charlie, did you just put the phone down? He did.
He's starstruck.
He's been waiting 47 minutes, Bowie, David Bowie, and then he's just slammed the phone down.
I've waited longer for less.
I don't think he's a fan of yours. I think he was more of a Mark Bolan kind of guy.
Yeah, well, you know, those people exist, but, you know.
Yes. Well, David, you've usurped the Charlie the farmer, who turns out he's not really a farmer. There's a surprise. But you're on the radio now. What can we do for thee?
I'm going through a bit of a creative process at the moment.
Okay.
Not musically. I'm not very good at that anymore. No. But I'm making a film.
Oh, fantastic! That'd be good.
Following in the footsteps of my son Duncan.
Yes, Duncan Jones. Yes.
Yes. I'd like to do a bit of mind mapping with you.
Some what?
A bit of mind mapping. A thought shower.
I thought you said mind muffing. Okay, yes.
Yes, I'd like you to rain on my ideas and grow the ideas crops, please.
Okay, I can do that. I have some idea fertiliser with me at the moment.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Basically,
Yes.
Think of an emotion.
Okay, sadness.
Now think of a scenario based on that emotion.
A funeral parlour.
Oh, wonderful. That'll do.
Oh, is that it?
Well, no, for that segment, yes.
So you're just going to nick my idea?
Maybe.
Unbelievable. Dan is in Wrexham. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Ian.
What can we do for you this evening, Daniel?
Well, I was going to talk toilets with you.
Let's do it. With all the glamorous topics covered here on Absolute Radio.
Well, this is it, yeah. I mean, I quite agree with you on the gap rule with the urinals.
That guy was mental earlier on. You cannot... unless it's like a real emergency, or it's one of those toilets where you're like, I don't know, at a club or something, and there are 1,000 people waiting to get in, and you kind of just have to grin and bear it. You do not...
You never grin and bear it.
No,
just don't do it.
I wouldn't grin and bear it. I would go and find a quiet corner somewhere and do a wee-wee there. But you do not go and stand next to someone at the urinal.
You don't. And do you know what? I don't even think you go in and use the cubicle next to somebody. If it's a number 2.
Oh no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't even do a number 2 if there were other people in that toilet. I would have to wait till it was completely empty.
But as a man who talks, Ian,
yes.
I want to know your opinion on this.
Okay, Daniel, you ask me and I'll tell you.
What about the man who goes into the toilet?
Yeah.
And you're sat there and you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
And he makes a phone call.
Oh.
He's having a talk. Now, do you hold yourself back? Or do you carry on and let the person on the other end know that you're at the toilet and they are talking to a nasty man?
I couldn't do it. I would have to remain silent. I would have to halt my bowel movements, and I would have to... in the same way I would hide under the stairs and not move if there were a killer in my house. It would be pretty similar reaction in the toilet.
I agree.
Hey, here's another thing, Dan, that I do sometimes, right? I don't really like washing my hands after the toilet. It's just not my thing, right? So what I do sometimes, and this is actually mental, and I've caught myself doing this recently and thought, this is mental what I'm doing, but I'm still doing it. So if there is someone in a cubicle or something, and they know that I'm going to the toilet or I've been to the toilet, I will turn the tap on so it sounds like I'm washing my hands, but I won't actually wash my hands. I'll just let the water run for a bit, and then I'll turn it off, and then I'll put my hand under the dryer to set the dryer off, and then I'll go.
So wait a minute, you're drying your sweat onto your hands with a hand dryer?
Well, I'm not even drying. I'm just putting my hand under to set it going. So I'm lip syncing, washing and drying my hands.
But you're doing this for the benefit of you.
For the benefit of the other person who is listening in the cubicle, so they don't think I'm a dirty doggy.
But you are a dirty doggy, and that's the problem.
Well, I am a dirty doggy.
You're then going out and you're using those hands that have touched those areas.
Yep.
You're going out to a bar.
Yep.
You might be shaking hands with people.
I could be touching my wife's body.
You could be touching a stranger's body.
Well, let's not get our hopes up.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to hand over cash at that bar.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Dirty cash. I want you. Yeah. Dirty cash, I need you all. But yeah, okay. Well, that's given me food.
Oh, there was the other thing as well.
Oh, yes.
Eloise has never had a cake with ice cream.
She's never had a cake with ice cream. That's insane, isn't it? It's the best
Never
kind
had
of
an
cake.
Arctic roll, then.
Oh, but Arctic roll, and I do like an Arctic roll. Ever had an Arctic roll, Eloise?
Yeah.
I do like an Arctic roll. It's weird ice cream in it, isn't it? It's like ice cream you can't get anywhere else.
I can't remember it. I don't think I've had one for 20 years.
Well, go and treat yourself, because they're nice. Oh, okay.
This means that Eloise is a liar. She's had cake and ice cream.
Well, I'd forgotten about it, in all honesty. And also, would we really call... I'm thinking of a traditional cake, as in a lump of Victoria sponge.
It is technically, it's a cake. But how...
Ever dipped chips in ice cream?
Sorry?
Ever dipped chips in ice cream?
No.
What?
Here's how you can make Arctic roll 100 times better. Warm custard. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Good night. Warm custard over an Arctic roll. That is literally heaven.
It's like a jam roly-poly.
Sorry?
But with ice cream.
What?
Well, because it's sponge and jam, isn't it?
We know,
an Arctic roll.
we know what an Arctic roll is. I thought we've established that. We're moving on to the next...
Yeah, but that makes it a jam roly-poly, but with ice cream.
Well, the custard?
Yeah.
What's custard got to do with jam roly-polies?
Well, that's what you have on jam roly-poly.
But it's an Arctic roll. Right, Dan, shut up, mate. You're just a little stirrer, you are. You're trying to wind it up between me and my producer.
Well, you've got this hour to get through now, haven't you?
I know.
I'm making the atmosphere uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can just sit there in that studio, regretting.
Get lost, Dan. I don't like you. He started off all nice, and he's just a little stirrer. He is. He's a stirrer. Well, it's come to that point where the next call is Gary the Blind Poet. And then after that, it's Noel Taylor. The thing is, we'll have a break before Noel Taylor. We'll have Stereophonics.
Someone else might call
some
in.
adverts, and we'll play another song. What's the next song we're going to be playing after Stereophonics? Adele. Oh, I do like Adele. I'm going to buy that album.
I thought you were going to buy it ages ago.
Yeah, and then I didn't.
Well, it's all right.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Can I have it?
I'll give it to my dad. Only a burned version. Oh, no. Real.
You gave him a burned version because the original version you bought, of course, got run over by a bus. And
That's true.
And you owned it, and so it's yours, and you're legally allowed to do that. Just like I did not try to download it illegally this weekend because that would have been inappropriate and couldn't find it, so I'm going to have to buy it. No, I'm going to buy it. And this is how eclectic I am. I'm going to buy that, and at the same time, I'm going to buy the Buzzcocks Love Bites album, which is a fantastic record, which just popped into my head the other day that I've not heard it for ages. So I'm going to treat myself to both of those records at some point. In fact, I'm in town tomorrow, so I might treat myself tomorrow.
Yeah, get down one of them.
Record shops, our price or something, and treat myself. I've talked long enough that we don't have to go to Gary now. We can do him after the break.
Ah, good.
Beautiful. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. You can come on air and talk about pretty much whatever you want. I don't really,
Control. Terms and conditions apply.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Very briefly, before we play Adele, I've just tweeted, does anybody else mind washing their hands in public toilets? Loads of you do. Loads of you actually mime washing your hands rather than go through the rigmarole of actually washing your hands. 0330 123 1215. I do love this song.
There's a fire starting.
Okay, we're asking you to call in so we don't get to hear Gary the Blind Poet or Noel Taylor the Boring Inventor. We've got 2 more calls queued up, which is good. 0330 123 1215. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Good evening. Mondays to Thursdays, 11 till 1 is the usual time, but we started at 10 tonight because it's a bank holiday. So if you missed it, I thoroughly recommend you get the podcast. You can get it on iTunes. Just type in Iain Lee and it'll pop up, as will other things. Or pop Absolute Radio and you'll get Dave's and Frank Skinner's and Christian's and all those things. Or you can go to absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee Show. It's been a good show so far. We had Chris Cox, the mentalist, coming on. It was very good. Tomorrow's show, we've got a student who stamped on my foot and has caused my foot to swell. I think my foot is broken because it is now black and blue. He's going to be in tomorrow. That should be fun. And on Thursday, we've got Christian Lee, who is a magician and is wonderful, coming in, doing some bits and pieces. OK, we've got Anna Marie. Hello, Anna Marie. Hello? Anna Marie!
Hello?
Ah, where were you?
Oh, God.
Oh, no!
I'm so excited.
Where on earth were you, young lady?
Huh? I just, because I was listening to your show and, you know, I thought I have to get some guts and call you up to say hello.
And you have totally got some guts, and you have now totally called me up and stuff, and you're now saying hello.
Oh, my God.
Anna
I
Marie.
can't get over it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes, calm down. Let's all calm down. I know you're only 16, but let's calm down and let's focus on this. What have you been doing this weekend?
This weekend, I have had a souvla.
A what?
I don't know how to say that in English.
A what?
A souvla.
A souvla. Are you Greek?
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah, I'm Greek.
Τι κάνεις?
Καλά, εσύ?
Yeah, πολύ καλά, ευχαριστώ.
That's as much as I know.
That's all I can remember as well. It's such a hard language.
It is so confusing. Anyway, I had a souvla with all the family. A little social gathering.
Here we go. Here's one for you. Πού είναι η μύτη σου?
Τι?
Πού είναι η μύτη σου?
I'm sorry, I don't know. I know where is what?
I think, isn't miti nose?
I don't know.
Oh, you really are rubbish, for goodness sakes.
I am rubbish. I'm only half Greek.
I'm no Greek, and I can speak it better than you.
I know. I saw you on Come Down With Me. You made us so proud. My whole family was so excited. Oh, my God, he's picking Greek food.
Nice bit of spanakopita. Never went amiss, although I went last.
Oh, that was... no, you were great.
Who's Greek, your mum or your dad?
My mum's Greek.
Brilliant. 'Cause my mother-in-law's Greek, and that means... Because I think if the dads are Greek, you don't really kind of get that Greek influence in the family a bit. You know, they might sleep around a bit, but generally they don't. But if the mum is Greek, because then suddenly the whole house is Greek, because the kitchen becomes the centre of the house, and is she always just like giving you loads and loads and loads of food?
Yes, I'm like obese, so I'm so big. All I do is eat.
Good for you.
And when you don't eat, you know, you get harassed.
What's wrong with you? Why are you not eating? Are you sick? Are you pregnant? What's going on? Are you seeing a boy? Have you
Oh,
split up
no,
with a boy? What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Like
My wife, who is quite slim, every time she goes round, her mum will say, Fandango, you're getting so fat, you're putting on so much weight, and which is quite upsetting. But then she'll bring out like loads of cakes and omelettes and pies and all kinds of stuff to feed her. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I get that as well. Oh my God, you put so much weight. Here, eat this, eat this.
Yeah. I love it though. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I know they're amazing. The food is just.
Whereabouts in Greece are your family from? Where's your mum from?
Well, no, it's not Greece. It's Cyprus.
Oh, no, not real Greeks.
One of the little villages.
Not real Greeks, then, I'm afraid. I'm afraid we have to get this conversation over as quickly as we can, because there's a little bit of rivalry there. No, well, that's nice. Well, do you get, like, not nice holidays over there?
Yeah, sometimes. Actually, I'm going to Halkidiki in the summer. That's in Greece, isn't it? A Greek island.
I don't know. They're all kind of matter. We're going to Zakynthos, and that's all that matters.
Oh, okay.
It's all
Oh,
good.
my God.
Anyway, go on. So you've called in. I'm excited now because loads of people are calling in, which means we can put Gary and Noel Taylor right to the end of the queue, which is always exciting. But
to be honest, I don't really know what I have to say. I've got exams coming up, which I haven't revised for, and I've got them in a month, and I'm really... oh, my God.
GCSEs?
No, A-levels.
You're 16 and you're doing A-levels?
I know. Yeah, I'm a young one.
Are you like a brain box?
No, I'm not brain box. I'm just born in August.
Oh, so you're just on the cusp. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm one of those. It's the worst. Oh God.
And I hate to tell you this, A-levels is well hard.
Oh, my God.
It is well hard, but don't worry about it. It doesn't matter in the great scheme of things.
I know, that's what I'm trying to think, but, you know...
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Maybe a school teacher.
Well, they're school teachers. You don't need any Have you got math GCSE?
Yeah, I've got all the GCSEs. I thought, you don't need any qualifications to be like, you need GCSEs, but apparently you need like really good A-levels.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Especially as
and uni.
You can go to teacher training college. You don't need to go to... Listen, they're all going to go on strike soon, so they'll be desperate for anybody to come in and teach. So you'll be fine.
So just forget the A-levels?
Forget it. I did terribly at my A-levels, and now I'm a millionaire.
Oh my God, what did you do for your A-levels?
I'm not really a millionaire. I should just say I'm not actually a millionaire. But I'm doing all right for myself. Do you know what I mean? What did I do for my A-levels? First time around, I did geography, English, literature and history. I dropped geography halfway through because it was so boring. I failed history and I got an E in English, right? So then I went to college and did 2 more A-levels in a year. I did psychology and sociology. I failed sociology and I got a B in psychology. And those 2 were enough to get me into university. Got on the telly, got on the radio. I've got a beautiful wife and a baby. There you go.
So, with a B and an E, you got into university?
Yeah. But that was...
Oh, my God.
That was like 20 years ago. I don't know if things changed since then?
Yes.
Oh.
You need, like, an A in TV to get into good uni.
I'm so lucky. Listen, you'll be all right. It will be all right. It will work itself out, and it will be fine. You know, and if you fail this time, it don't matter. Do them again, and if it'll be fine. You're bright and intelligent. You'll do all right.
Thank you so much. I actually can't believe how excited I am right now. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Just don't listen.
I have to go.
Oh, wait, where are you going?
Well, it's sort of midnight. I have to finish doing my hair, get my stuff ready for tomorrow.
That's your problem. You shouldn't have phoned me then, Anna Marie.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll speak to you later on. Ta-ta.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Here's someone who knows that A-levels aren't important. Verinda. The A-levels aren't important, are they?
Not really.
Of course they're not. How many A-levels have you got?
A couple.
How many A-levels have you got?
2.
And what grades have you got?
I got a C in both of them.
You got a C in both of them. Okay, well then there you go. You see, and look at you. You're a success, aren't you? What do you do these days?
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Okay, there you go. You see, Vinny's doing a lot of stuff, and he's only got 2 A-levels. Well, perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it is actually easier to go to university than in your day.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Tell us how.
I mean, that's why there's so much problem right now.
That's why there's so much problem right now. Okay.
Well
done. Because it's easier to go to university. That's why there's so much problem now.
No.
What is it, Vinny? Just tell us, what is it?
People are now doing Mickey Mouse courses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've been listening to Talk Sport and Nick Ferrari. Go on. Yeah. Like what?
Media.
Media is a Mickey Mouse. Anyone who's studying media is a muppet.
Yeah. Look, if you can go to university,
yeah.
The only courses are worth doing is. Are you pressing?
Am I pressuring myself? Yes, I am. I'm pressuring myself into lending myself some money. No, I'm being a dog sniffing at a man's crotch. You ever had a dog sniff at your crotch?
Not really.
Oh, you should do it, because it's the most embarrassing. You go around to someone's house and they sniff at your crotch, right? And so you push them away. You go, oh, come on now. Away you go. And you go, no, seriously.
I'll tell you what's a good feeling.
As we are talking about good feelings, yes, go on.
Scratching.
Scratching scratching where?
That area.
The balls.
Yeah.
I do like a good scratch on my balls. I like it when my scrotum, it's a sweaty day, and my scrotum sticks to the inner thigh, and then you reach in and you peel the scrotum off the thigh.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
I don't think I ever heard that happen to me.
Well, you don't have a scrotum, do you, being a young lady?
Yes, I do have one.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah, it's the ball bags, isn't it? I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, Finny, you've called in about something.
Actually, what is it then? Tell me.
The scrotum is the ball bag. You've got it right.
Okay.
It's the ball bag and also holds the vulva.
Oh, okay.
How many vulvas have you got?
2.
That's good. You got 2 vulvas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Vinny, you've called in about something, and maybe you'd like to tell us what it is you've called in about.
I've got an invention.
All right. Go on then.
Well, not an invention, but it's a new game.
So, hang on. So you've got an invention, but actually you haven't got an invention. Instead, you've got a new game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called account manager.
Oh, I like it. Sounds good. Go on.
So it's a computer game, obviously.
Well, obviously, yes.
Yeah, and you can, you train to be an accountant, and then this is a bit like a championship manager.
Yeah. So it was account manager.
So instead of training a team,
Yeah.
you account people's money.
Account people's money. You account people's money. Yeah. And what format is this for? Xbox, PlayStation, PC? What?
PlayStation and Xbox.
Okay, and you've written this, have you? When's it coming out?
Hopefully the end of this year.
Okay, I didn't know you could write computer games, Vinny.
You have to draw them, innit? And then.
You do what with them? You have to.
Draw them.
You have to draw them.
Yeah.
And what pictures did you draw for account manager?
It's a woman. With a suit and a tie, and a miniskirt. And if you want the male version, it's just a suit and a tie.
With no skirt.
And trousers.
And that's it. So you drawing those pictures means you've made a video game.
Yeah. So whoever gets the most customers wins.
I would imagine the woman in the short skirt will probably get the most.
I don't know. Maybe. But you never know.
You never know. Well, Vinny, I'm what?
Yeah, what?
I'm trying to end the phone call there.
Okay. So what's going on with your life then?
It's my anniversary today.
What, marriage anniversary?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Your mother-in-law sounds like a nightmare.
In many ways, she's lovely. Are you looking forward to the royal wedding on Friday, Vinny?
Yeah, it's going to be a day off.
Okay, from your hectic lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am going to cut you off now.
Yeah, I'm going to go down Piccadilly.
Okay. Why?
I mean, it might be less busy there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Will you go away now, please?
No.
Okay.
Young teacher, the subject of school girlfriend. It's alright if you wanna come back to me.
Well, we have been asking for calls so that we don't have to go to Noel Taylor or Gary the Blind Pope. Well, Gary's dropped off. Noel Taylor's still hanging in there, but we've got plenty of calls. So we may not even get to him at all this evening, which will be 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Let's go to Emil. Hello, Emil.
Hey, Ian, how's it going?
It's I love Emil. It's one of the best names in the world.
Well, thank you very much.
I used to
it's spelled weirdly, though.
Well, how are you spelling your Emil?
Emiille.
Whoa, that's not like Emil and the Detectives.
Oh, I know.
You crazy name-spelling freak.
It wasn't my choice, it was actually my sister's choice.
Your sister chose your name?
I know, it's crazy.
What? How? Why?
I don't know.
Are you sure she's your sister and not that weird thing where actually it's your mum, but she was only 14 when you were conceived and it was inappropriate for her to bring you up?
I don't know, it could be. I'm not too sure. I haven't really done any DNA tests.
Okay,
but...
well, we can do that for you, and when we get the results back, we'll let you know, Emil. What have you got for us?
I was going to talk about the whole urinal debacle thing that you've got going on.
Yes.
Okay, well, I got a question. If you're going to a urinal and it's, like, totally empty and you go to the one in the corner...
Yeah.
You're doing your business and everything, and then someone walks in and then they just start peeing next to you.
Yeah.
When there's like 5 other urinals left.
Yeah.
What do you do? Because you can't really stop peeing because then it hurts.
Well, that's weird. And that's their problem. That means they're a weirdo.
Yeah. But then, what do you suggest? Because
you have to keep on peeing. You're in the right there.
all right, okay.
You just have to keep on, and you have to be firm. Not firm. That again would make things worse. But you have to just carry on and know that you're right, and not make eye contact, and look directly ahead of you, and do your business and be proud.
But then, what if you have a shy bladder? Because surely they'll notice that you just stopped peeing as soon as they got next.
You can't. The shy bladder doesn't work like that. The shy bladder means you can't start peeing if there are people nearby. It can't switch off halfway through a pee-pee. That's impossible.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually.
It can't switch off halfway through.
I think the burning sensation might overpower the shyness.
What burning sensation are you getting?
Well, if you stop peeing when you've been peeing for ages.
If you're getting that, I would suggest you get your penis cleaned. Because you don't get a burning sensation when you stop. You get a slightly uncomfortable one.
Oh no, well that's what I mean, an uncomfortable one. Not like major, flame burning.
How old are you, Emil?
I'm 17.
Do you drink alcohol?
I do.
Okay. When I used to drink alcohol, and I don't drink now, but when I used to, and then I would pee. When I used to drink beer, not alcohol, when I used to drink lager,
okay,
and then pee, I would get the burning.
Oh right. What at the same night?
At the same night, I would come home and I would go pee, and I would get the burning.
Well, that's not normal.
Is that not normal?
Well, that doesn't happen to me. I don't know about it. Vinny might happen. It might happen to Vinny.
Okay, well, so far, out of our survey, Emil, it's 50-50.
Oh, okay.
So we will find out. 0330 123 12. Did you get the burning when you pee after drinking lager, dear listener? Do let us know. Emil, thank you for that.
All right, no worries.
Nice to talk to you. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Let his sister choose his name. What's that all about? Agatha.
Hello.
Hello, Agatha.
Hello. You know the guy who sold the big issue? You talked about him like a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah, the guy outside Marks and Spencer's, yes.
Yeah. Did he move away?
I've not seen him for a little while.
Oh, okay. Because I've known him since I was like 8. And
He's
then
a nice
he disappeared.
guy. He's a nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah, but then he disappeared outside the Tesco's near Hampstead Heath, and my mum saw him today, and then she said that he'd gone to Muswell Hill, so...
Oh, he's been in Muswell Hill for, like, years.
Really?
Well, he's been there for at least a year.
Oh, okay, because he, like, moved away, like, 2 years ago. I don't know.
Oh, well, then, yeah, he's been there. He's probably been there for 2 years.
Okay.
What's his name?
Oh, I don't know. I've never learnt his name.
No, I never learnt his name. He's a nice guy, and I chat to him every now and then. Well, I say chat, we say hello and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
And did you ever buy the big issue?
Yeah, quite a few times. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I got talking to him, but every time I went past there, he was always there.
Yeah. Well, he's a nice guy. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Anything else, Agatha?
Not really.
Okay. Nice to talk to you. Ta-ta.
Okay, bye.
Let's go to Owen, who's in Reading, of all places. Good evening, Owen.
Hi there.
I've spent way too much of my life in Reading. But I tried to... The only time I've ever hitchhiked in my life was when I missed the train from Reading to Slough, and I hitchhiked back to Slough, and it was the most... I genuinely thought I was going to get bummed and murdered, and not necessarily in that order. It was terrifying. I spent the whole journey with my left hand on the buckle of the car seat and my right hand on the door of the car, ready to unbuckle the seatbelt and just roll out on the motorway at any moment to escape the killer's knife. But he didn't kill me in the end, or bum me. Anyway, Owen, yes, what can we do for you?
Yeah, I want to talk about old computer games.
You've
like,
come to the right place.
Sonic and stuff like that.
Oh, not proper old. Okay, go on. You may not have come to the right place then. Go on.
Just like sort of going from Lemmings then to Sonic and then to some computer games like The Lion King.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Did you play anything like that?
Did I say that? Say that again.
From like Sonic through to the computer games like Lion King and Aladdin and stuff like that.
I've never played Aladdin or Lion King. I've played Sonic.
Okay. Did you ever play Jazz Jackrabbit?
You just made that up.
I have not. There's one called Jazz Jackrabbit.
I've never played Jazz... Do you know what this is like on the Mega Drive and the SNES and stuff, isn't it? I kind of missed that out a bit. I had a little bit of a Mega Drive thing with some friends, but I was more of a BBC Micro, and then I discovered drinking and girls, and then more drinking, And then it wasn't until like the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation that I sort of got back into video games. So there's a whole section that I've missed.
Was that Earthworm Jim game on the PlayStation?
I think there was an Earthworm Jim game on the PlayStation, yes.
And did you watch the cartoon at all?
No.
You didn't watch it at all?
No.
I thought it bared a slight resemblance to yourself.
Thank you very much. I take that as a great compliment. Very successful character.
Fair enough. Did a suit land on you when you were a child?
No.
No? So you're not a worm?
No. Not anymore.
Okay, fair enough. Urinals as well. I think you're pretty right. Like, never stand next to a person at a urinal.
You can't stand next to a person at a urinal. It's insanity. You're opening yourself up for all kinds of shenanigans that we don't want to happen.
Yeah. Crazy.
Owen, listen, thank you very much for that. 0330 123 1215. Jim the Dancer, Trev the Brioche Man. Sam, you could stop Noel Taylor getting on the show.
Some of you may remember the way the Beach Boys go about making a record. First we start with Denny on the drums. Then Al with the rhythm guitar. And then Carl with the lead guitar. Then Brian fills the instruments in with the bass. When we got the instruments together, then we step up to the mics, and it comes out something like this.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted.
Well, the show is slowly winding down. I think Polly's on at one. I'm not 100% sure. Let's say Polly, shall we? And if it is her, we'll be pleased. And if it isn't her, we'll be surprised. So, in many ways, everyone will be a winner. Last 15 minutes of the show. Back to normal time tomorrow, Thursday? 11 o'clock tomorrow. We have the young student coming in who buggered my foot up. On Thursday we've got Christian Lee coming in. On Wednesday I've got nothing special for Wednesday. Just be like, talking and stuff, and it shizzle. Jim the Dancer. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Ian. How are you doing? Happy Easter.
Do people say Happy Easter? Is that a phrase?
I think so, yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Eloise, would you say Happy Easter to someone?
Yeah.
It's a phrase, is it?
I think so.
Okay, no, fine. I'm not sure one way or the other. I will accept it. In that case, Jim, Happy Easter to you.
Yeah,
Did you get many eggs?
Yeah, I had a bit. Yeah, I had some.
Nice. I mean, you're being a bit coy there, Jim. How many eggs did you get?
I only had a little bit of someone's egg. That's all.
So you didn't get given any eggs. You stole a bit of someone's egg. That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair enough. Jim, what can I do for you this evening?
Yeah, I should have mentioned the other time when I rang up is to mention that I had the Streak video coming up.
Excuse me?
Because I've done the pop music and the Streak and a few other ones, and I forgot to mention them while I was on the air.
For those who don't know, Jim the Dancer is an absolute legend in phone-in radio circles, in that he phones up and he plugs his little videos that he makes of him dancing. Give out your YouTube address, Jim.
Yeah, it's Jim the Dancer 4.
Jim the Dancer 4?
On YouTube, and you go right to the bottom.
Yeah.
Bottom of page 1, and you get the picture of me, and then when you plug into that one...
And I think it's fair to say, you are proper mental, aren't you?
And
I mean that I mean it in a loving way. What do you mean the Streak? Have you actually done a Streak?
Yeah, I've done the Streak record from 1974.
Oh, the Ray Stevens song?
I think so. I'm not sure who the artist was, man. But
yes, they call him the Streak. That one?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I used to love that song. I used to have that song. My dad gave me that song on a single. I used to love it. Oh, yes, the car. Well, I never seen anything like it in my life. The guy just came past and he had no clothes on. That song.
Right, yeah.
It's good.
I thought he'd actually done a streak.
Oh, God, for good. No. Don't put ideas in his mind, Eloise. He'll go and do that, for goodness sakes.
I should call myself Jim the Streaker.
No. Keep your downstairs covered, please, sir. We do not want to see that bad boy bouncing around.
That's right. I wouldn't do that because I put the shorts on.
Good.
I didn't make it too upset.
Hey, did you hear Matt Ford got mugged the other night?
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
The other night, the other morning on his way home from work. Someone, get this, Eloise. You know lovely Matt Ford, who I'm a big fan of. You met, of course, at the thing.
Yes.
Someone mugged him, held a bottle up to his face, punched him in the face a few times, and nicked his phone and his inhaler. Nicked his inhaler.
Inhaler?
Why would you nick an inhaler?
How weird. Oh,
Jim,
that's
how
horrible.
about you, me, and Eloise? We get a posse, we go and find them, we go and bloody their noses.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did TalkSport not pay for cabs home?
Well, I think he normally gets a cab home, and he didn't that day for some reason, and and he got mugged. It's terrible. He's such a nice bloke, and.
Yeah, he's such a good bloke, isn't he?
And I think he's brilliant. I think he's the best straight phone-in show host there. And I say straight, I mean without music or anything. In other words, I'm better than him.
Yeah,
but at the moment,
he's brilliant.
He's good. He's good. He was a good show last night. Anyway, when he was talking about that. Jim, you've plugged yourself. Well done, fella.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And you and me, we're going to meet up soon, and we're going to do a dance.
Yeah, sure.
It will
Make
happen.
It soon if you can.
Okay. Well, Jim, send me an email.
Yeah, I've done that already, I think.
Did you? I've not got it.
Haven't you got it?
No, send another one, because I don't think I've got it.
Okay, then I'll send another one to you.
All right, mate. Take care.
Okay then.
Ta-ta, there we go. Oh, I cut him off just as he was doing that. Sam, it looks like we're going to fit Noel Taylor in. Sam's in Portsmouth. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
My stomach is doing that thing. You know when you just think, I think I might have an upset stomach? It's just starting that motion.
Oh.
Like a rocking in the ocean.
Oh, that's not good.
I suspect that when I go home, I will be on that toilet for quite a long time.
Oh, no.
Doing what I like to call a poo. Anyway, Samson, whatever it may be short for, what have you got for us?
It's just Sam, but
What do you mean? Is it Sam? Is it Sam on your birth certificate?
Yes, just Sam.
I like that. Well done.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks. It was actually my mum, but thanks.
Well, you say that.
But no, I'm actually a podcast person. First time caller as well.
Welcome. I don't mean to be rude about you and your family in that case. It's good to have you on board.
No, that's absolutely fine. The first podcast I actually listened to was the Backward Show, and I was so confused.
Oh, Jesus.
After listening to that, I gave up on you for about a week.
Well, no, don't say that, because my boss might be listening and he'll be gutted.
No, I know, but I thought I'd give you another chance, and it's actually quite funny. I actually want to know what the rules are for Barry versus Gary.
Quite funny, you say?
Yeah.
The rule. Well, listen, Sam. If you have to ask what the rules are, then I'm afraid Barry versus Gary is way beyond your intellectual realms.
Well, I want to know. I want to join in. I want to be a part of it.
We haven't had a game of Barry versus Gary for ages. Actually, we should do that. I tell you what, Sam. Listen next Monday, or listen to next Monday's podcast. It's a bank holiday, so we'll be starting at 10 again.
Okay.
We will do a Barry versus Gary special, and it'll be a free-for-all. We'll kind of have like a league system. We'll do a Barry versus Gary World Cup knockout, and there'll be a winner at the end of the night. How's about them apples?
Well, I'd like to play, but I don't know the rules.
Well, then, Sam, if you don't know the rules, I don't want to make you stop listening to me again, but if you don't know the rules, I've only got 5 minutes left. I haven't got time to explain them now.
Oh, well, how am I supposed to find it out?
If you Wikipedia... And you type in Barry versus Gary. Someone has very kindly put the rules up there.
Okay, I will do that.
And then join us next Monday for a Barry versus Gary World Cup special.
Okay, I will do my best to join in.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta.
Brilliant. Bye.
Nice to talk to you. Ta-ta. And if anyone wants to know the rules to Barry versus Gary, it's on Wikipedia. Unless they've taken that Wikipedia page down.
Yeah. Or someone may be recreating it as we speak.
Well, we did our best. We tried to keep him off the airwaves. And I'm talking now quite slowly and deliberately, and hoping that someone will call in so we don't have to go to Noel Taylor, as he's been waiting for 70 minutes and 16 seconds.
Wow.
Gary, the blind poet, bottled it and couldn't hang on that long. Fair play. But no one's calling in, so it's this time of the night I have to say those hideous words. It's Noel Taylor.
Ian, are you in a seated position?
So will you admit that it was you that was sending all those emails?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
So why did you pretend that it wasn't you sending those emails?
I didn't realise till today that that there's a thing, chat thing at the end of Gmail, at the bottom of Gmail website.
Right.
So
But you
What's that got to do with it?
You weren't sending us chats. You were sending us constructed emails.
What happens is it automatically, when I'm on any Facebook, whether it be you or anybody, it automatically goes to emails, to people's emails.
What messages directed to me and Eloise? Because that's what they were. They were emails.
Yeah. They say, hi Ian, hi Eloise. But it's never...
Oh, no, that wasn't me. That definitely wasn't me. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. It's a terrible day for me.
Got to stop you there, Noel. We've got another caller. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, I nearly said it.
Yeah. Hello, Line 1. No, OK. I'm afraid we have to go back to Noel Taylor. I do apologise.
All right. I hope that you're in a seated position, because this is an humdinger of an idea.
OK.
So when you lose control of your bowels in a hospital or in a nursing home, or it's an anal feces extractor.
Anal feces
extractor. So what you do is you put it a dildo up your bum.
Right. Okay. Thanks very much for calling, Noel.
I thought you said an anal fissure extractor.
He wonders why we...
Those emails are definitely his.
They're definitely him, because they're written in that same strange...
How he speaks. Much obliged.
Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Pradeep.
Hey, so it turns out that TalkSport have stolen our Pradeep idea.
No, you're joking.
They call it Bang Whoosh. I didn't hear it, but Andy Goldstein, who I've met, and it's a very nice chap, was doing this thing where... and I had so many people on Twitter and Facebook saying, you should tune in TalkSport because they've totally nicked your idea. And basically, he says, like, Bang Whoosh or something.
That's a rubbish word.
It's rubbish. And you have to see who can do it for the longest.
Also, it needs to be one word, because that's bang, whoosh.
Idiots. Are you holding the bang? Are you holding
the whoosh? Yeah,
what
it should be one or the other.
So they've nicked our idea.
Did you see on Britain's Got Talent? Did you see my tweet about that?
I didn't see it, but that was...
So, you remember
Bonkers
Elaine
lady?
used to phone up and she was saying,
Yep.
oh, Ian, I love your voice, think you should be number one.
Yeah.
Or sex song, I love that sort of sex song. That was her doing stand-up comedy.
Was it embarrassing?
It was terrible. She was trying to recreate, like, the garlic bread moment. You're looking at me with a blank face.
No, was she doing the actual garlic bread routine?
Well, she was trying, sort of. She was going, what's his name? That guy with his garlic bread.
Because she sent us a DVD.
No,
she sent us a DVD.
I never knew that.
You did. I showed you the cover.
I don't
On the
remember.
cover, she looked quite hot.
Yes, I do remember.
And then
was that same lady?
Yeah, and then I tried to. And on the video, she didn't look so hot. She's an attractive lady, but didn't look so hot. And I couldn't watch more than a minute of it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Because it wasn't it wasn't the kind of humour that makes me laugh a lot.
That didn't matter to...
Yeah. But so she got on Britain's... Did she get through to the... Is she going to be
no,
on the
but
live?
she ended up... They booed her, so she stormed off and told everyone to F off. And, and then walked off doing that.
She flipped the bird at everyone!
Yeah.
Oh, well, what was it? Is it Elaine?
Elaine someone, yeah.
Oh, well, Elaine, if you're listening, we're coming to the end of the show now, but try and give us a call in the week. I'd love to know what it was like and...
Do some stand-up for us?
Come and do some stand-up. I will let you come, as long as it's got no swears in, you can do the routine.
She didn't have no swears in the routine.
In that case, she can come and do that routine live on Absolute Radio.
If we don't boo her off, we'll be safe.
I'm not going to boo her off.
I'm not.
No, I wouldn't dream of doing such a thing. Well, that's it. I think we managed to fill a show. Fill 3 hours with 2 hours worth of material.
3-hour shows are horrible.
I don't like doing them. Don't get any extra money.
No.
Back tomorrow at 11. Ta-ta.